Recap of last session. Nothing really happened. Didn't miss a whole lot because it wasn't streamed.
What are you talking about?
But almost everyone got married.
Now we're talking.
Hikari found out that his friend Jezebel was pregnant, which Amy loaded the shotgun, and they had a wedding. It was lovely. And upon seeing this, and seeing Jay being there, the colonel offered to let Northman and Kaguya go have a private wedding.
Mm-hmm.
They got married. Kaguya then proceeded to take Northman on the altar.
Not my choice, but you know,
I
was okay with it.
Yeah. After that, Victoria decided to get her boy toy and make it official.
Yay! Congratulations!
All of it was spontaneous.
Before it inevitably
Except
leads to alimony, child support, and divorce court.
Well, you didn't know it, but since C&J was there, he's also a Notary Republic, so he's able to get all the freedom papers done. So you don't get shit.
Ouch.
Anyway, going on from there, there was a 1 week break when nothing between now and then. Then now, nothing really happened.
Then the random gifts from the Colonel.
Yeah, we got gifts from the Colonel.
Could you remind me? I meant to ask that. What was my gift? I'm trying to remember.
Oh Lord.
No.
I can't remember.
No.
Oh man.
Anyway, there's a 1 week break. Don't look up porn on stream, Nathan.
No. I'm trying to get the chat to show up in the box, but I have to do it live. It's so stupid. So
That's weird.
I'm gonna try this real quick, and if I can get it to work, then cool.
Yeah.
But I
think the only one with a notable gift was Victoria with the resurrection statue.
Yes.
Grab my notes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Northman got a paper for stocks.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Hikari got the little golems for the cameras. I had to pull up my note. Northman got a bunch of stock, and then Victoria got a creepy-looking statue that's supposedly a self-revive or revive. A 1 yellow pill and 1 white pill that looked the same and had the same texture as the purple pill that converted her. You're a true believer of Sophia. Those were put away somewhere.
We all know where it's stored. It's the storage compartment every woman uses.
Yep.
It's the storage department in the gulag.
All right. So everyone has taken their own respective little honeymoons wherever they like to go. It was financed by the guild, so they had a nice, fun time. Hikari, being the king, had to come back. And Bella, I would assume the last place she was left, she would be somewhere in the Demon Kingdom waiting for all this BS to blow over. Doing investigating and different things. So that is where I'm going to pick it up at, is with Bella. Bella,
okay.
The entire group has decided to reconvene this day, and you're walking towards Hikari's kingdom, or to his castle, to go meet with everyone. On your way, you notice a man in a purple suit with a purple fedora with red skin. Looks very familiar.
Fiend?
Yep. And he is inside C&J, the shop that is in the Demon Kingdom.
What the?
Do you want to investigate this matter, or do you just want to continue on with your day?
I'll investigate it, because I'm curious.
All right, roll me how do you want to do it before I ask you to roll anything? Right now, it's just glass windows. It's a glass shop front, and you're able to see him in there. But from where you're standing, you cannot currently make out who he's talking to, and you can't hear it at all.
I can't hear him, but I can read lists with the shotgun gun.
Oh, one person. Okay. You kind of want to sneak up, and you kind of want to do that. You can't see the other person, so you don't know who he's talking to. But we'll say with your shotgun gun that you're able to read lips. And you make out, yes, sir, it's close. We're almost done. He turns around and starts walking outside. Then a few moments later, you see the colonel standing very close to where Fiend was, where Fiend initially was inside.
Okay, no more questions are being raised here. A lot more questions are being raised, actually. Like, what?
Yeah. You can
Why
tell
would he
Fiend.
refer to him as sir.
You have different options what you like. You can let it go. You can go meet with the group, or you can tail him as whatever you would like to do.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for the time being, but I'm gonna keep it at the back of my mind.
Okay. So as you go to reconvene with the group, first off you go to the throne room. They let you in, and Hikari is sitting on the throne. And now there's a new throne next to Hikari, where Jezebel is sitting.
No, that was quick, but expected.
I got plenty of C and J slates. All right. This time, Northman and Kaguya show back up, or Northman does.
Hello.
And then Victoria falls out of a portal, upside down, in the middle of the throne room.
Bloody hell, I thought I broke that stupid circle right.
I'm not surprised. You're not exactly the best with magic unless it's a fireball.
Yeah. And your pullout game's weak. Shut up.
Oh, goodness.
Big oof.
At least I'm not the one risking anything in combat.
What's
So
that supposed to mean?
Oh,
I'm kind of
please.
curious on that one myself.
30 dimensions over could probably hear what you probably did to that poor guy.
All right. You notice that this is your meetup time and your meetup place, but there's no Amy.
Something's wrong.
Hey, don't know, man. Around this time, you all hear a commotion outside towards the shopping district.
Oh boy.
I'll get on my broom. I'm gonna go investigate.
Say that one more
I'm
time.
going to follow one. I'm going to follow by flying from the balcony.
All right. So you go over, and it's a big shopping district. It's a bunch of shops set up on both sides. It's like a bunch of street vendors on both sides, and there's a few like actual building shops. And you notice a crowd. You notice a crowd forming around a male and female demon. They appear to be arguing. And the male has what would be considered, there's no old way of putting it, like a car seat almost for a kid, like you put it in a wagon. Like a little cradle almost for a little baby.
Like a car seat? Or a bassinet?
Yeah.
Like a bassinet?
Yeah, more like a bassinet, I guess.
Okay.
And there is a baby in it. And the male has what would be considered, there's no old way of putting it, like a car seat almost, or a
Guess the
kid.
best thing to do
Like you put
is
in a
first
wagon.
off break up the fight. Then
There's no
figure out
fighting.
what to do.
They're arguing.
Nope.
Cradle, almost.
Well,
The
Go
woman
down
is
there and
going
King
to,
Solomon
or
their ass.
little baby. The
Like a
woman is
car seat?
going to pick up the baby.
Or a bassinet. Like a bassinet.
And the crowd, as you're approaching, the crowd starts to restrain the man. And as you were approaching, I forgot, I left it out, but she starts yelling, "My baby, my baby!"
All right. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
You have to share the group what that does.
Hold on. I got to pull it up. Where's my Hypnotic Pattern? There it is. You create a twisting pattern of colors that weaves through the air inside a 30-foot cube within range. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by this spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
The wisdom save.
Yes.
for a lot of people.
They fail.
Oh, my.
Oof. Big oof.
What's this pretty stuff? Oh, it's gone. What?
All right. I'm going to descend down there, pick up the baby, be repulsed by it, get back on the broom.
It is a male
Hover
baby.
about 20 feet in the air. We're not going to throw it. It's a baby. It's a future misogynist. Okay. So then I'm going to tell Hikari, this is your kingdom. You want to wake these people up and figure out what's going on here?
I'm on it. Hikari's going to land in the center of it.
So Jezebel is followed after you, Hikari. You know, just trailing behind you. Now she's Victoria. Give me the baby.
Why?
I need practice.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
It's so adorable. Hikari, your baby's gonna be so much prettier than this.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the issue at hand. We can discuss that later.
You better tell her she's right. She's pregnant. You'll die.
Amen.
You forget, I've probably been on death's door so many times it's not even funny.
All right, good luck.
I have
Hikari,
died physically and mentally
I'm
so
out
many
here.
times.
I'm walking away. Stepping away.
Hikari, do you think you can be as potent as Stain and we'll have twins the first time?
When you question the fertility of a man.
She, at this point, she's very passive aggressive because you did not agree with her.
That is a question I cannot answer because I'm pretty sure Stain would come out of the ground and proceed flat. Well, you know,
Honey,
I
where's
would be
my
eaten by a
super soup?
Leviathan.
Yeah, she says, Dr. Dan's gonna have the baby anytime now. Yeah, he's busy. Or the baby. Alright, take it away, Hikari. What you want to do?
Well, first off, I'm going to have Victoria unhypnotize everyone so they're not just drooling idiots.
Oh, we got to slap them. That's why I told you to do it. Well, actually, no. I can just drop concentration. Okay, I'm just gonna drop concentration on it.
Wait, what happened? What happened? Hikari, what are you doing here? Where'd my baby go?
now, at ease. Right now, one of my cohorts and, well, my wife now are holding onto the child until we can sort out what is going on.
Hold on
It
a
is in
second.
safe hands. I'm more worried about the 6 I rolled earlier.
Jezebel slaps you. You do not refer to her as your wife initially.
Ooh.
You refer to her as a peon.
Actually, he said one of my cohorts, and I guess my wife now, is actually what he said. I'm the cohort in this situation.
No, she's
Yes,
she's
the
first and
original-
foremost. You don't know how this works. Nathan knows how this works.
I deserve that. But anyway, I'm here to address the current situation of why there is a, I wouldn't say a riot, but a confrontation forming in my kingdom.
They both look at you, point at the other person, and say they took my baby.
Alright. Now then,
All
I
right.
turn to the person she's accusing.
I was just walking outside, and he was trying to grab the little bassinet my baby was in and put it in his wagon. He looks at you and says, I was here with my family loading up my wagon with my baby in the bassinet next to me. We just come outside from the store. And she tried to grab my baby. Or did, in fact, he says.
Alright. Hikari, in a moment of silence, casts Zone of Truth. Now, I want you to repeat that story.
Okay. She. I think. Hold on. Okay. She says that he tried to grab the baby from her. He says that she tried to grab the baby out of its bassinet while he was at his wagon.
Maury. Maury.
What? Wait, what?
Are you the father?
Look, I'm not equipped to make that move or that TV show reference.
Are you the father?
I really thought you'd pick up on it eventually.
As soon as you said it, I started laughing. Oh,
Well, both of them lay claim to the child. Let's cut the child in half.
Easy, Solomon.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Tube, I don't think you realize. Oh, yeah, you're not a biblical person, so you wouldn't know the reference.
No.
all right. What's Hikari doing?
Hikari is trying to think of a way to decipher this without having to go to extraneous lengths, but will if need be.
Let's resort to violence.
Let's not. Do I look like the Demon King?
What?
Do you want me to answer that?
Aren't
The entire
Why?
crowd just unanimously
Yeah,
looks at you
yeah.
at the exact same time and says,
It's like,
well, yeah.
you are.
you are the Demon King, right?
Takes a deep breath. I walked into that one. Allow me to read it. Do I look like my idiot father?
I mean, maybe the eyes.
I mean, that's like 50% of your genetics. So, I mean, yeah,
I'm
you
not
do look.
proud of it, Northman. Let's
You keep
I
walking
take
into
after
it.
my mother. I take after my mother because I am more kind-hearted. Thank you very much.
Lol. But no, seriously, what are we gonna do with the kid? We can take him into government custody. Custody.
Isabel says,
No,
I'll
custody
keep
is the
it.
right word to use though. Who?
Isabel says, I'll keep the baby.
Oh no, this is a bad
Oh,
idea.
this is a great idea.
Uh,
She needs to
it's a horrible
practice.
idea.
She said she needs to practice.
She looks at you and says, I can get practice for when the real heir comes.
This
We can
sounds like
disregard this one then.
Great idea. We can put these two in prison, and then we can take the baby,
Yeah.
and
Well-
we can hire Ace Attorney Detective to do an investigation.
I thought I was the lawful evil one here.
Around this time, a flyer hits Hikari in the face.
What is this, the
It's too
fifth time?
powerful. What do you mean my picture was too powerful? Gosh damn it. I'll get you the contents of the flyer in a minute.
I'm trying to post a photo.
Continue on with your thought.
Do what?
I do believe at the moment, since we do not have enough adequate information,
Oh,
that returning.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
there we go.
Oh Lord.
So, Amy has been campaigning.
Only Hikari sees this, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because he pulls the flyer off of his face. He looks at it. He can share it with the group, or he can just keep it to himself.
Hikari's gonna have this just look of just, oh Lord, what have I done?
What is it?
He tucks it into his coat for a moment. We'll get to that in a second. Anyways, while I do believe this is a moment of we have not enough information and too much to deal with, for the time being, we are going to have you both come into our custody here to slowly decipher this with some of our better men, have a detective solve this case, and for the time being, because I do admit she does wish for practice, and I do not wish to deprive her of that, although I hope she doesn't do anything irrational, as I look at Jezebel with the look of don't do anything I wouldn't do.
She's feeding the baby a hamburger as you look over.
I'm going to telepathically communicate with Hikari. She's going to get attached, and these people are going to die.
Seriously, so we need to figure this out, immediately. I would say.
As you say that, the guy looks at you and says, "But no, you might be our king, but you are not taking my child."
First off, sir,
So,
your child will be perfectly safe. Nothing will happen to it, if it is in fact your child. I understand your concern if it is, but at the same time, we have not enough evidence to prove whose child it is, and under the same regards, I wish not to send it to the wrong hands.
are we gonna?
Go ahead.
Are we gonna forget that I can cast detect thoughts, and we're just gonna completely throw that out the window?
You know, it would really help if you had mentioned you had that.
I'm more confused.
I've had it since day one.
Didn't you
Like,
cast?
the first spell I took.
Could have asked Victoria, or me for that matter. Could have had this figured out.
Victoria could have easily elaborated that to Hikari, and we would have been through this situation a lot quicker.
Well, I like to watch you flounder sometimes. All right.
This is why you're a get lolly.
I'm more interested in what the woman has to say or think rather about this. So, is anyone being restrained in this scenario?
Not currently.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea.
Well, I mean, is either one of them going to try anything with the king right in front of them?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Bingo is still within the vicinity of the kingdom.
Think about Revolutionary era France. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up to the lady as soon as Code comes in.
Let's be real here. I had to elaborate on it. They're not gonna try anything with 3 powerful beings and a door that can brew some mean fucking drinks right in front of them.
Yeah, mean drinks.
Nathan, can you make moonshine?
I'm brewing it right now.
With the sugar and the water to the fire.
Who says that needs to be illegal in the Demon Kingdom? I ain't passing up on a good
So
shine.
therefore, we can make Molotov cocktails.
Makes sense.
Storm? At the same time, I don't like where your mind is going. I love where your mind is going.
Listen.
Red
Red Bull may give you wings, but moonshine will give you 4-wheel drive.
Moonshine does not. Moonshine makes you think you can fight a bear.
No, it gives you 4 drive because you only have to crawl when you drink it.
Gosh, I mean, yeah.
And tequila makes you forget everything that happened.
Well, the last guy I got moonshine from got arrested for bootlegging across state lines. Kind of upsetting.
Oy.
Anyways, detect thoughts.
Coda's muted. We're just kind of filling the void right now. Figured I'd tell a moonshine story or two.
Oh,
That's maybe for
Strong
another
can detect thoughts. Strong can detect thoughts on the woman, and I can use my shotgun to pierce into the other person's mind. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. We can piece things, and we can cross-reference the information that we gather.
Hold on, I gotta find my Ace Attorney gifts.
Oh, look. We already have to deal with one issue. Now we're having to deal with 2. And is Amy just going for the other opposite kingdom just to spite me?
Invited her to the wedding. Come on. Why does she spite me?
Yeah, 2 people here that can pierce into people's thoughts. You didn't think about it.
What just happened? Why is he punching Miles? Update the autopsy report.
It hasn't loaded for me
Oh
yet,
my
so I can't see it.
It's so good. I'm gonna add this to my
What?
favorites.
That dude just folded.
I love it so much.
He got hit like a sucker
Update the
punch, and
autopsy
nobody
report.
folded like an omelet. To
Yeah,
those in stream watching, this is glorious.
That's really great. Anyway, what were we doing?
waiting apparently.
We're waiting on Dakota to come back.
That's so good. Where did you
Oh, he's not
find
even
this?
here.
You just type in Phoenix Wright in the gift search, and there's a whole bunch of them.
Have you seen the videos?
This one's my favorite, though.
You seen the videos of them doing the Amber Heard trial?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh my god.
Wait a
They're
second.
so funny.
I know that revolver. Oh, good lord. Poor
What
TF2.
is going on?
Yeah, TF2 right now is kind of biffing it.
No, Judge.
Actually, they actually got a response.
I've lost patience with you.
But that's the oh, what is it? It's the spy's famous revolver, the Eliminator. The only thing it's missing is the big barrel and the woman engraved into the barrel.
You know, people still play that game.
Yeah, it's famous. to this
Obviously.
day.
I mean, it just blows my mind. That game is ancient.
That came out,
Yeah, but
came out in
it's great.
07.
Yeah, but it's great.
I mean, I'm not saying
I
it's
just
bad or
like how in
anything,
the
just-
first one though she says, "Update the autopsy report."
That is so
Ding!
funny.
There is a new one.
What the heck? I have so many questions.
Oh my god.
To the people in
God.
the stream, just know I'm just as confused as you are on the third one.
So Storm, can you do me a favor?
So,
Can we play audio in Discord?
I don't know.
Let's try it. Look up Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh,
Sped up.
that's a copyright strike waiting to happen.
But they sped it up. They sped it up and it sounds just like a Sailor Moon intro song.
Oh my god! All right, I'm back.
You have to look it
It was-
up. It fits so
Gone. We don't care.
perfectly. He's back.
Welcome.
He's back. We have to care again.
Do you want to take thoughts on the male and the female?
I'm going to take thoughts on the woman first.
Okay.
But
So the
that
thoughts
is the
you
intended
did-
goal, yes.
The surface thoughts you get for the woman is, I gotta get the baby and get out of here. I didn't expect all these people to be showing up. I know what this guy's problem is.
I'm not asking
Okay,
Hikari
there
if he
we
has
go.
any
It's like-
objections with vigilante justice.
Why does she have to get rid of the baby? Or why does she have to get the baby?
I'm gonna Hikari.
Yes.
I'm speaking to your mind.
And I'm responding through the mind.
Outstanding. So, how do we feel about vigilante justice?
Wait, what happened? Because I cut out.
You didn't miss a whole lot. Basically, Dakota asked, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now to take thoughts of the lady, she's concerned with getting the baby and getting out. She's not sure why all these people are showing up. And
Oh, then if that's the case, I'm gonna use my shotgun to pierce into the other person's mind, so we can cross-reference information.
You get the idea that he's sizing you guys up. He's thinking, if I move quickly, I can get the one with the funky red-looking eyes that's eyeballing me right now. She don't look like too much of a threat. Hikari will be a problem. And I've heard stories about how much carpet this little vampire can munch. I don't know the dwarf, but he seems to be preoccupied making some type of backwoods redneck liquor.
I'm gonna
Fast,
use water
I should be able
prison.
to-
I'm gonna use water prison on this guy.
If I move fastly, I should be able to cut a couple of them down and then get my baby and then get my wife and we'll get in our wagon and leave.
Oh wait, what?
well, that pretty much settles it.
I'm gonna use water prison on this guy.
So, I'm going to walk over to the woman and charm her.
It's a wisdom save, isn't it?
Yep. That didn't go so well for her last time. Well, damn.
Yes, what are you doing to me? What do you want?
Well, I was going to try to put you in the gulag, but now it just seems like now it just seems like I got to kill you here.
Wait a minute. Wait, why?
Because
Around this time,
I'm
Jackie and his
wizard, I
entire
can
crew
read
show up.
And then she's got like 13 laser pointers on her.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put my dark sunglasses on and my earpiece in. I'm like, ma'am, you're under arrest for attempted kidnapping. You have no rights because this is a communist shithole.
Victoria, if you would, I'd like to at least have the information first. Then cast it.
Yeah, let's
Listen,
share.
this is
Why
the
don't we
demon
share the information
kingdom.
first.
We're gonna arrest her
Meanwhile,
first. We're not we're not shooting. We're what?
You're going to detain her.
I mean, yeah. Detain. Damn it, I miss Gak.
Damn it. Okay, I'll use water prison on both of them, so they both have to make a deck save.
What's the point?
So they're detained, and we don't have to, threaten their lives.
What only life we're threatening here is that lady's. Well, that's the only life I'm threatening anyway.
The lady, the guy fails and the lady is out.
Okay.
For fuck's sake.
I'm just gonna yell, stop resisting, and try to tackle her to the ground.
Okay, make a strength check.
So she avoids charm and the water prison. What the fuck?
At this point, Hikari's just pinching the bridge of his nose like, I hired these idiots.
She evades the grapple.
Does she run?
She starts running towards Jezebel.
All right, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make blue and red lights float above my head, and they blink.
You're the fucking police.
I go in pursuit. Yes.
You're the fucking police. Oh goodness. Okay, around the same time, you hear some of the guards on the wall start freaking out, and you hear angels approaching. Get the
that's not good.
king.
Oh, good lord! If the
Are you-
day could get any worse.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right.
There's a squadron of angels. Get Hikari.
I'm infinitely more interested in catching this woman.
Of course you are, because you know your life's not in danger.
As the woman's running away,
Primarily because that's the follow. You gotta follow the dopamine. You know what I mean?
Gotta follow the dopamine.
all right. So you see a bunch of feathers or a bunch of wings, like bleached, just pure white angel wings. There's 4 sets of them, and there's something more in the being carried by one of the 2 middle ones, and they're also attached onto angels. 2 of them land directly in front of Hikari, and the other 2 land and knock down the woman that's running away.
Okay. I jump on top of her and yell, "Stop resisting!" as I punch her repeatedly in the face.
Victoria, enough. But here, chuck her
Victoria!
some rope.
Hikari currently has 2 angels.
The guy got off easy here.
So,
Well, since I drank all of Gek's blood, I figure I have to channel Gek now. So,
Well, here's the situation. You got 2 angels directly in front of Hikari that have landed, and then when the 2 other ones knocked down, the 2 plus what they were carrying knocked down the girl that was running away. You're so preoccupied getting the girl, you're at their feet doing whatever you're doing to her. And what is it you're doing?
arresting her.
Okay.
That's what
I
an arrest.
punched her repeatedly in the face from what you said.
That's what an arrest looks like. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. I'm not. Oh God, please.
You
I love it.
Jackie,
directly in front
call
of
off your
Victoria's
adopted
face as
daughter
she was
and
punching. Hold on. Directly in front of Victoria's face as she was punching, you see a pair of handcuffs drop down.
Really appreciate it as I handcuff her.
And they say
And-
PGPD on them, and you look up and
Ow.
Amy standing there.
It's about time you show up.
I know, I was late. Sorry. I
Hikari,
won
you got
though.
any flyer and flip
No
it
handcuffs.
open. Late. Yeah. I wonder why.
She says, I won though. Look, I got an escort.
You are now the, I guess in this case, princess of the Epic Kingdom. What?
Not
She
princess
puts
over
her
here.
President. Lady President. Did you not read the flyer? Gosh.
So you are now the president of EBA.
How does that work? I thought it was a theocracy.
She looked at you and said, it used to be.
No, all right. No,
What?
no arguing with the facts, I guess. 'Cause
Just-
I'm
What?
picking the woman up, putting her on her feet.
Well, if you remember the history of it, Sophia made an example of like the high leadership. So all they had was like a few pervy bishops. And that was about it. And they were acting as like the king of it.
And
A
then
small council.
Then Amy stepped up and just said, "No, I'm taking over."
Finger guns do work.
At least it's someone I know is not going to just sick a bunch of angels on me, so I'm at least somewhat relaxed.
Amy looks at her car and says, storm the Capitol.
What?
And then they all
Funny.
take off towards the throne room.
She's got jokes.
Me? No.
They're already gone. They're leaving. They're going to that throne room.
Oh, that's not good.
All 5 of them. Including, the 4 of them and plus Amy. Alright, so you have the girl in your custody now.
All right, we're gonna take her back to the throne room, and where she will await disposition from King Hikari for resisting arrest. attempted kidnapping. What else was there? What other kind of assaulting an officer? I think that's all I got. So we can go back to
Petty,
now.
petty larceny. She tried to take the little basket the baby's in.
Yeah, you're right. Petty larceny. I gotta forget about that. Identity theft. Trying to claim
We
that
didn't
she
even
was the mother of the
cross-reference
child.
information, though.
That doesn't matter.
What did
I
you
think
say,
it
too?
would. I said we didn't even cross-reference information.
The guy. Listen, the answer is pretty obvious. If you can't figure it out, I'm glad you're not in the legal system. But the guy's in the water prism. He's like, I can't swim. Get me out of here. It's thrashing around in it. So this is kidnapping. Or prison.
The government. It's called detention.
I don't see a badge on this bimbo. Anyway.
He's a deputy. We don't give deputies badges around here. It's they tend to get a little carried away and bad for our image.
Around this
you know what I mean?
Oh, we
Around
could
this
just take them for causing the disturbance. How about that?
Do what?
So we can just bring him in for just causing a disturbance. How about that?
Yes, I caused a disturbance for my child being kidnapped. Are you stupid?
Just let him
Anyway,
go.
I feel like we need to go to the Capitol instead of arguing about antics of this arrest. We have a cult. We're good. Let's go.
At this time, as you guys are starting to leave, a female devil walks out of the store with like a cart full of groceries and says, "Dear, why are you in a water thing? You know you can't swim."
Called it.
Release the man. We know he's clean. Jezebel, if you would, please return.
Do I have to, Hikari?
Yes, you have to.
We don't have a choice in the matter, Jezebel. I think
Don't
that
you
much
say
is clear.
Don't you sass me, girl.
There's a disturbance in my kingdom. Yeet.
My people need me.
Bella dug her own grave on that one. I'm out.
Like, we don't have a choice.
You're saying that to the queen. You just dug your own grave against a necromancer. Good luck.
I'm a reaper. I'm kind of
She's
technically
the
already
one who
dead.
resurrects reapers. Good luck.
I'm a
Mate.
vampire.
Tribbles, make a deception or charisma check.
Deception.
Or charisma.
Wow, those are my two worst stats somehow. But the deception is anyway.
Dakota, I have to ask, was that from the 6 I rolled earlier that Amy decided to invade my kingdom?
Maybe.
I'll take that as a massive yes.
I got backstabbed by my own ally.
Well, it wasn't necessarily for Amy. It was for most of the events that have transpired, and Amy is part of those events. At the time, or at the same time, where Jezebel's handing the baby back, you and Bella and Jezebel make eye contact, and she snaps her fingers, and then you get, with your Reaper powers, you get a presence of a high level all right. You can feel an undead presence. Look at it that way.
At the same time, I'm releasing this man. I was like, huh.
Then you hear in your mind, "Hello, I've been tasked with watching you." Maybe you won't lose a limb this time. We can take pictures of that, though.
Funny.
Oh no! Did she just sick Lily on her?
Maybe.
Dadgummit!
Lily the lit. All right, so going back into your throne room, that's where Hikari took off to. How do you enter and what do you say?
First, I opened the front doors, and my first thought is, Amy, don't you even.
Hikari, come sit. We have tea. Actually,
Wait,
Bob made me hot chocolate.
You stormed my castle and just sat down and had tea. And
Well, yeah, we
poured hot
gotta line out how we want to do trade and stuff. Come on now.
Oh,
I'm not gonna stand outside all day. So we
Hikari, you need a
stormed the
double-
castle.
Hikari, I think you need a double espresso. I think you need a double espresso cappuccino at this point.
Not wrong. Hikari sits across from Amy. Usually, you might want to work on phrasing, Amy. Usually, when you hear "storm the castle," it's never a good thing.
Oh, you don't like hot chocolate? Is that why it's
No,
not good?
No, it's Alex. To explain, storm the castle usually means tear the castle down from the inside.
Oh,
Take over the castle.
Yeah,
well,
phrasing, Amy. Phrasing.
Phrasing.
I'll take my $30 for the fact that you've been using my phrase. It's like I've coined that phrase at this point. Phrasing. But I forgive you, Amy. I understand that it's not what your intent was. It was just a simple misunderstanding.
yay! Hot chocolate. And she now has a mustache of hot chocolate.
Hikari chuckles as he takes a sip from his drink. So you mentioned trade.
Yes.
I'm curious what you had in mind.
And I also found out a way to make C&J not mess with us anymore.
I'm listening.
And she starts to go, and she starts to say how that is. A portal opens up, and Nina sticks her head through, and the milk on the table where your teas and hot chocolate are. Her head just comes out of the table and just hello.
Oh, hello.
You
Nina.
stop doing that. You can stop doing that.
She looks at you, winks, says, "No, it's fun."
Can I cower?
Tea?
Can I cower a little bit? Like, can I stand there in shock and just kind of just shimmy away? Oh,
You put that on yourself.
As you shimmy away, her glance meets you as she's looking around the room, and her ear kind of cocks sideways a little bit, like down into the side.
I freeze. Oh god! Hi, Nina.
All right, you guys are needed. We need you guys to go. We got a strategy meeting in Castile City.
About damn time.
You guys are a little too
Oh,
quick.
hey.
I'll have to wait, Amy.
And hey, Amy, I'm glad you won the election. Listen, it was a pleasure getting rid of some of those Eva people for you. And she looks back to Northman, and then slowly goes down like a shark, slowly looking and going down. And now you see your ears. Her head's already gone. Her ears are just going down.
Part of
a
me wishes
bigger
there was an
portal.
animation for this.
Can I toss some moonshine in the portal while it's open? Can I react?
Sure.
Okay.
While she's already gone?
No. Like while I see her ears, want to slap a lid on a mason jar and just toss it down there.
Girardi!
Are you tossing it down for her to drink or hit her in the head with it?
No, for her to drink. Kind of like a
Okay.
face-off.
Let it hit her. I'm kind of expecting for it to hit her in the head first.
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't, but you know.
Roll for it.
You throw it in. You throw it in the portal successfully,
Okay.
and then as it's going past her ears, like between her ears, about to hit her in the head, her ears instinctively reflex, and they catch it.
Okay. Cool. That's good, right? That's good.
Hopefully.
You hear, I don't really drink, but Toxan's gonna love this after the birth.
Party time, girl. Woo! The
He's gonna need it more for
the
the pain.
tremble in my voice.
My apologies, Amy. We will have to have a meeting else time, but due to business.
So what?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you two could talk about it along the way. She's coming too. I'm assuming.
You have to remember, knowing the fact that Nina's involved, we're probably about to get yanked through the floor.
No, a portal opens up right next to you. You can walk in freely.
Never mind, it's a lot more gentle this time.
Yeah, you two could talk about it on the way. I'm pretty sure both of you are coming along.
Fair.
Also, how
the
well can you guys
biggest,
do Bluetooth, by the way?
biggest, big beefy angel that you guys have seen before, like a long time ago.
Which one? There was. We've met several of them.
Yeah. I'll put his picture in the Discord. This is the only one of the four that you recognize.
I know we had a meeting with a whole bunch of pirates.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy.
I know we had a meeting.
Oh, wait,
I know we had a
didn't he
meeting
hate
with a
my
whole bunch
guts?
of the with a whole group of the higher angels. I know that for a fact. That's what I remember anyway.
What'd you ask, Clay?
Didn't this guy hate my guts?
He wasn't a fan of you. He's
he's
a
trying to come across the table and stab me.
He's a crusader, to say the least. So.
Oh no, he's not the one that's trying to come across the table and keep stabbing me.
No.
Thank you, Storm.
He's the one who stopped the guy from trying to stab me.
Right. He's a crusader type, but you get that his perception might have changed a little bit since the fact that Succubus is now in charge of an angelic kingdom.
Fair.
Now, who is this guy? Do we know his name, or because I wasn't here for this?
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't. It was still Gekka at the time.
Yeah.
We do know his name, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. I know.
Why don't I just roll history so we can just
I know he was one of 4 angels we met before.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped the one that absolutely despised me from shanking me.
Okay, that was nice.
He wasn't a fan of me, though his opinion may have changed.
25.
11. Damn it.
Thank you, Dakota.
Avery just doesn't like me for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Timmy.
It's a different Timmy. I swear.
So we remember him as
ma'am?
Timothy.
Timothy says, ma'am, we cannot discuss. I advise that we do not discuss such matters on the open road or in non-secure areas in the meetings. We're not in a meeting. And besides, they might be your party members, but this is a discussion between two lords.
I respect your decision, Timothy. I respect it.
Come here.
Wow, he just totally dissed us.
Yeah.
Like, am I the only one who got that? He was just like, yeah, they're not important.
No, he just...
Technically, I work for the kingdom as the Secret Service.
You are my advisor.
Yeah.
And
I'm also
member.
No,
the
peasant.
Gestapo.
No,
I mean
no.
the Secret Service.
No, peasant. You're just an advisor. Know your place. King Hikari has spoken. How does that make you feel?
First off,
Warm and fuzzy?
Peasant.
First off, I said advisor and Secret Service. Second off, I can't say my right hand because that would be Jezebel.
That's true.
It'd be more of the left hand.
I see you're a righty. Anyway.
I'm ambidextrous. You know this.
That's not where.
Really
okay.
not. You did not. Read the room, Clay. God. Hold on, I gotta clip this. I gotta clip this on my YouTube channel. It's right here. This
I
is.
quit drinking for this.
We've not even gotten to the true sex doll yet.
Anyway,
Add description.
on to the meeting we've been told.
It's spelled ambidextrous. Ambidextrous. Share clip.
It's not my own damn name.
I sure hope they got the audio in it.
I hope so.
I love you so much, Clay.
By the way, guys, how well am I coming through with this new Bluetooth? By the way, coming in all right?
You actually sound great. You haven't been in and out today.
All right. Cool. All right. So you guys are currently back in the guild hall. Only Timothy the angel goes with you guys. The other three remain there. But they start to. They would assume they're going to fly back to Eva.
But as we're approaching, I do ask Amy, since she's a part of she's now leading the angelic kingdom. I do pause for a moment and ask, so what are my mother's old position as one of the angel guards?
She is now. Well, your mom is really great. It's really surprised me that you came out of her, because she's just. I mean, she's kind of bad at it. I mean, it's kind of she's working in the military to help train new recruits. She's a drill sergeant.
Emotional, damn.
Kind of threw Hikari under the bus for a short moment there.
He just took his entire existence into under the bus.
Kind of threw him under the bus there. I'm not gonna lie.
Basically said you didn't measure up to the other 50% of your genes.
Welcome to Dakota's campaign. What point has Hikari not been chucked under the bus?
You killed that one
Amy
guy.
Amy wasn't knocking you. Amy is just saying how cool your mom was, which is kind of a compliment to you.
Yes, but at the same time, she kind of backed and complimented Hikari.
She's okay. Well, she follows up and says, "Well, your mom's been around for way longer than you, so, and you're a king."
I do not disagree with that.
I mean, you might have been born into your position, and I won mine by by election. But anyway, so let's get going.
Correct. So we head to the meeting room.
So you see a sight that you hadn't seen but once before. A bunch of guild members, all true believers there. Pretty much being shipped out. They're getting their assignments and they're being shipped out, and they're all being given a 5-gallon bucket. It's like a 5-gallon mason jar.
Yeah, we got those jars when we killed all the people.
These are different.
Okay, these are different. Gotcha.
These are about a 5-gallon mason jar that's full of some type of black ooze / black liquid.
So Satan's involved. That much is obvious.
Right. And they're all being given those before they warp out in the world. And Momo is the one that's leading the teleportation. She's warping people in, warping people out. Now, Jake, the android boy, the guild leader, the leader of this guild hall, sees you all and says, "Oh, welcome. More hands on deck. You guys will be shipping. We need you all to go to recapture Lilith. We have plans in motion. We have plans for Kyle. We have plans for Lilith now that you're here. And we have plans for the other... my note. Make sure I don't read this incorrectly. We have plans for the other 997 universes. We're currently shipping people out for those."
Can you tell us the plan?
Which part would you like to know?
What?
And also, Jake always wears a suit, and he's wearing a suit, but he's also wearing more armor than usual. And you do typically see, if you see him, he would see his wife and kid, but you do not see them anywhere in the guild hall.
I take it this is serious business, seeing as you're not with your wife.
Yeah, I decided to go ahead and ship them to paradise for the time being. See how the events are going to transpire on the mortal realm.
Fair enough.
So, little dwarven man, what part would you like to know or inquire about?
What is happening to where we have to go to all 997 universes?
Some of them are being condemned. Okay. Some of them are being combined.
Oh wow, condemned. That's some strong verbiage. What are they being condemned for?
Well, he looks at your eyes and the fact they aren't purple. He says, "Well, we can't really get into that right now."
Right. Yeah, of course. Because of the totally. Hey, look, moonshine.
You realize that there's someone you can literally ask right in front of you who has a kind of a general idea of what's going on, considering she got hit with the well beforehand, way earlier.
A whale?
Wait, yeah, what?
You guys haven't heard about the story of Bella and the whale? Come on now.
No, I can't say.
Remember before the whole first time he got sent to condemn a world?
You got hit in the face with a whale?
No.
Well, you need to explain. If you want us to understand, or if you're going to act like we need to understand, you need to explain it, because we don't understand.
Christ, you guys don't even remember. What was it? A whole
assuming you're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, the whole serpent mark that showed up on Bella's arm. Remember? Or whatever it was.
Yeah, there's the snake killing mark that was showing up.
Yeah,
being perpetrated, and the paladin led a crusade on the world where it originated from, and Stain freaked out, and then Hikari talked to Stain, and the big bubble in the sky.
Yes, I remember this now.
We'll stream that session
because he asked the paladin asked her to come here, and she did, and showed everyone her arm. Yes.
Yeah, that whole thing.
That's
so I'm assuming it's something that's akin to that shit.
This is a little different. So we have well, we'll call them planet busters or universe busters this time.
So you're gonna,
as he points to the 5-gallon mason jar full of the ooze.
So
once the mission is done, these will be planted, and then you will leave through a portal, and then the contents of this container, once you are spilled out or the lid is taken off, will finish the job.
So is there someone we need to look out for? Is there a bad guy present in these worlds, or
right now all the lower level people are being sent to these planes. Some are under Kyle's control. Some C&J have infiltrated a bit more, and we're kind of just working around those. But the main deal is they're all still draining on our Lord Sophia, because she's having to actively keep all of these universes in check. We're not going to close 997. We're going to close a substantial amount, but we are not going to end all of those.
Okay. So if there is, this is just a question for us, if there is the property of C&J there, do we utilize this jar of death? Or
you won't be going to you'll be going to Lilith's plane. It's a small little plane.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about
You
angering
won't run into
or causing.
You won't run into any C&J businesses or guild halls. There won't be anything of the like for you to deal with.
Yeah, I want to make sure we don't cause any strife, unneeded strife for Sophia between the colonel. That would be bad.
If everything goes the way it's supposed to, we won't have to worry about non-believers, C&J members, anything once we're done. Once Kyle's done.
Okay. Wow. Okay. You're going to kill the colonel? You have to worry about scenes. Oh, you're going to take them out. I understand now. Okay. Yes. Thought we were going to kill him.
I'm sorry. You're not privy to all this information.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. You know, it's because I'm short. I understand that.
Yeah, the information's on the horizon. You're just too short to see it.
Yeah, you know, I'm used to that. It's no big deal. Yeah. Thank you, though. Thank you for answering my questions.
And he directs his attention elsewhere and says, "You." He goes to some other people and says, "Here, you'll be shipping out here." And they get a jar and they go. You see a group of heavy hitters for Sophia that you somewhat recognize: the Orc, Siegfried, Fiend, and Nina all go to the same, and Coco all go to the same portal.
Wherever they're having to be sent, they must have really screwed up.
I hope they'll be okay.
Oh, I'm not worried about those four. I'm worried about the planet. Well, I'm not worried about that galaxy. They screwed up.
Yeah, so you are essentially given, he said, Coco goes over to you and says, I can have the portal here, or I can open the portal whenever you're ready. If you would like to go, your objective is, as Jake said, to recapture Lilith. And she hands you an item. It's pretty much a helmet or a hood. Said once you weaken her enough, you put this over her, and the divinity magic will root out Kyle's influence. Yeah, and she should come back to her senses.
Mission understood and ready to be active.
Put me in, coach.
As you say that, she almost pushes you, opens the portal next to your feet, and starts to push you in.
Oh, wait. Whoa. Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, you're not ready? What, you want to go in?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll do it on my own terms, thank you. I may be short, but I can do this myself.
She hands you a lollipop.
Thank you.
And the lollipop's about as big as your head.
Yank it from her hands. Really good.
She pats you on the head. All right. You guys can come back later and do this. You can recruit people if you want to do that. And you can also even see about recalling some of the people that just left, like Nina, Fiend, Siegfried, or inquire about Stain, Toxan, any of those people, any of the other believers you know of. And you also have the offer from C&J to help you get Lilith back.
The thing with C&J is I feel like we're going to get backstabbed immediately after.
No, not the Colonel.
You forget the Colonel.
I'm sorry, but I share Clay's sentiment there.
What?
I still don't trust him, and I never will.
You guys have such a bad opinion of such a good man.
Between the both of us, we are on opposite ends of the spectrum.
What are you talking about? You talking about you and the Colonel, or you and Bella?
Me and the Colonel.
What do? You guys are on the same level, man. He's owns a business. You're a king. You know, he's got stuff he's got to worry about. You got stuff you got to worry about.
He's part of the thing I have to worry about in my kingdom.
Now you're thinking about this all wrong. You guys could be allies. He's very understandable, reasonable guy. You know, you're thinking about this guy like an adversary. He could be an ally.
Okay, now hear me out on why you're wrong there.
Okay.
He tried to sacrifice me.
No. His little peasant heathens did, and that was just a misunderstanding. Okay, you know, it happens. Like you and Jezebel, you just had a misunderstanding with her. How would you feel if she never forgave you for that misunderstanding?
She has chased me for how many years now?
How would you feel if she didn't forgive you for the misunderstanding? You'd be upset. Rightfully so, too. So I think you should put the misunderstandings behind you and give the Colonel a chance. He's never tried to harm you personally. I think the Colonel is a great choice, a great option in this scenario. Who
I'm
else?
sorry, but again, I'm never gonna trust him because you have to remember, I'm from a province that pretty much abolished slavery.
But you can't tell me he's done anything to you personally, right? Is that what you're saying?
He's been a thorn in my side. I fight the free slaves. He is a slave trader.
Treats
Kind
them
of,
very well.
Bullshit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we're kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum. So by definition, we're just going to be enemies, regardless.
Oh, well, can't do nothing about that. You are fine.
So
with
I don't
your-
trust him, and I never will trust him.
all I'm saying
Hikari
is
more of
none
a
of you
personal thing, though.
none of you guys are giving me any reason for that he has personally harmed you or personally betrayed you in any way. I'm not hearing anything. I'm just
Okay.
hearing, oh, we're a bunch of little whiny babies and don't like him.
Hold on, I can.
And don't
First
you blame
off-
his followers as a misunderstanding. That happens. Okay?
First off, I'm pretty sure they have a connection to the Colonel, and he would have known about it.
What do you mean? Oh, they.
Well-
She said they. I thought you said me. I was like, what do you mean? You.
No, they would have.
Listen.
Second off, whenever we had our little meeting, he cast mute on me about 3 seconds in.
Well, you didn't listen. You know, it was rude. You kind of just kept
I wasn't
going.
trying to be rude.
Well,
I was
you
trying
know, I know. Like I said, it's a misunderstanding. You got to put that behind you, man. I'm sure the Colonel's put it behind him. Why don't we go ask him?
And third, and this one goes a little bit into Hikari's personal life, he was a slave as a kid.
But you were a prince, weren't you?
You have to remember, the original Demon King did not like me.
Oh, I did not know this.
I was a prince, but I was not a liked prince.
You got to make it sound more dramatic. Like, be sad about it. Show me some
Yeah,
emotion.
Hikari was a slave. I basically am part of a province that not only has slaves freed, but also fights to, free slaves in general. So we're just gonna be natural enemies.
That
So
probably has no issue would be Victoria. She's not afraid to spend money there.
I didn't
That's
hear
true.
you, Clay. What'd you say?
I would say the only one here that probably doesn't have an issue is Victoria, and that's because she's already spent a lot of money there.
I think Amy wouldn't have a problem with it.
Amy's innocent.
bought-
She
I
doesn't
bought-
have a problem with anything.
A calico cat girl one time.
Wow.
Oh,
So
this
you,
one.
so
Mind you.
what you're telling me is Hikari and Bella must really hate you.
What I'm telling you is that I really hate the Colonel, and I really like this calico cat girl.
Really, but you bought a slave, but it's okay if you do it, right? Yeah, it's
Hold
fine,
on,
no
hold
big deal.
No.
Now we're just, yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
yes
give
it
a
is,
counterpoint
yes
on
it
this.
is. Oh
I'm
yes
gonna-
it is.
I'm going to support Nathan on this one. Hi, your name has the gulag behind it.
Listen,
But we
there's
hang-
a
we
difference
hang around
between
with this
working
carpet
for
muncher.
food and working because you have to. Not by much, but
not to mention you kind of do actively enslave others.
I
Oh.
didn't.
So-
I throw them into prison.
So in a sense, you kind of align with the Colonel. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
As long as you don't want to
so-
be.
but-
turn
but-
into vampires.
but you
But
guys,
what
no, hold on.
Nathan's-
You guys are just proving
Right.
my point because you guys don't have a problem with Victoria buying a slave. Oh yeah, we'll hang around with you and trust you, but you
I
won't
did not
trust the
support it,
Colonel. But you
I
still
know
hang
she
around
would
with
have
him.
into-
You 100% hang around Victoria. No qualms, no questions asked. Full trust. Don't give me this crap. The Colonel is a nice guy.
I don't
He is
trust
not.
Do you
Victoria.
see these purple eyes?
Only reason why Only reason why I stand Victoria is because we've known her since the fucking start.
Well, that's fine. When she starts another slave trade, I'm sure you'll still be best buds. So anyway, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Bring your
I'll be have to play against that too.
bring your bias into it. It's no big deal.
Oh no, I'll be actively against that too. So
Well, you're not right now. Kill her. Kill Victoria. Stab her in the back.
also told
Why
would
Victoria
I need
not
to?
buy the cat.
Fight me, you little German bitch.
But I was telling them I thought
One,
Victoria was gonna have
one, I can't because she's a true believer, and two, why would I want to?
Because she
Because
has a
she's supporting
slave.
Actually, she's in charge of, like, what's the, not agriculture. Agriculture isn't the thing. I put her in charge of something.
Did you buy her?
Catnip.
Did you pay her? Did you pay for her? For rights to her? It's human trafficking. It's
I
slavery.
paid for her to not.
Slavery. 100%. And you guys are
She has
just
a pension.
splitting hairs. That's what's happening here.
She has a pension and a salary.
Oh
And I-
my goodness.
How is that? Okay, that might be slavery to some, but
This is great. Oh, God. Does she have a 401k?
with matching Roth.
Okay, well, then she's a well-treated slave, but a slave nonetheless.
That's not a
Oh.
slave at that point. That's an
Wait,
employee.
first level.
Yes, an employee that you paid, employee that you bought, and you cannot, or they cannot quit.
Yeah, they
That's
can't
an
quit.
employee.
That's definitely an employee.
Any-
Sounds just
anyway.
like work.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, go quit your job. You're not a slave.
People disappoint.
Like, there's a
I
difference.
disagree. Oh gosh, we're gonna have this conversation. Anyway, what are we doing? Are we supposed to go kick someone ass?
I will tell you what.
Timothy slams down. He has a big warhammer with him. He slams it down. The president demands silence.
Thank you, Timothy.
Amy says, "Listen, I don't really have a problem with them. The good people in the kingdom we trade the bad people for, and we got most of them out of the slave trade. But all the prisoners are now slaves."
And you're talking about Zophia's prisoners, right?
So we're talking about in Eba, where Amy is now president of.
So Amy also has slaves.
That was their way of going around C&J,
Mm.
kind of working with them. They would trade. They would get the quote unquote innocents, and the murderers, the criminals, hardcore criminals, were traded in.
Makes sense. Still slave trade.
Hikari
Yeah.
pauses for a second. That's, as much as I don't like supporting C&J, that's actually a genius idea. I mean, that gets rid of the prisoners, which fixes one problem, and gets the good people out, which fixes another problem.
And she nudges Hikari and says, and it really helps the budget because we don't have to pay for guards for the prisons or their food.
Victoria, as my advisor, I ask you to take notes.
Run that by me one more time.
Trading hardcore criminals to C&J to get the good people out of C&J to give them a better life.
And not paying to keep up prisons or guards or food.
Well,
I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's gonna
define
process
as a
Victoria's.
good person. Are we talking about like white collar criminals? Or these,
Oh no, white collar criminals get away with almost everything.
you gotta. What are we defining as good and bad people? Okay.
Amy says that someone tried to steal her staff when she was campaigning, and that person is currently head bitch at C&J as a slave.
Head.
Jade?
Oh,
She said that she didn't name him, that Jade named him that.
Oh, okay. So it's not Jade.
No.
That,
And by head
that's
bitch,
why
I
we
just,
have
I just,
Bermuda.
what I mean by head bitch is the fact that they were sold very cheap to a mining company.
And like I said take note. We will have to modify it later to at least go within some regulation. But it is an idea that will loophole both money and not both supporting it and not supporting C&J at the same time.
Or we
So
can
anyway, we're spending 20
table
minutes.
this for now because according to Jake, the world is coming to an end. So
Well, I mean, not this world, which is our world.
bruh.
Hey, can I ask like a metagame question for
Sure.
Hikari?
No.
So I know Victoria is in charge of your secret service, but Victoria also has the Red Army. Is the Red Army independent of your kingdom, or does the Red Army work for your kingdom, or is it like a mercenary thing? Like what? I just wanted.
You know, I haven't actually thought of that.
Yeah, I was really curious because I was like, huh.
You're,
I mean,
you're
I know
questioning my future communist revolution of Clay's kingdom.
I think how I see it is like they're an independent entity that Victoria is the lead at. They're not really a mercenary group. More of a mercenary group would be the Assassin Ninjas that I lead.
Okay.
That's more of a mercenary
Well,
group.
I think Storm just kind of answered. He said he's going to do a communist takeover later. So, you know, that kind of
Real
answers,
quick.
answers
Have
that question.
annihilation waiting on them.
Going back to my phone speaker. Real quick, you guys discuss that and then discuss if you want to take anybody with you from the guild, C&J, wherever. I have to go clear the line real quick. So you guys discuss that and I'm on mute.
Okay.
Nerd.
Nerd.
So at this point, I think we can handle it. All we have to do is weaken her. If we had to absolutely defeat her, that'd be a different story. We just have to weaken her. We've got enough spells and shenanigans to do that. All else fails, we'll get her drunk. As for the Red Army, Storm, don't even think about it. You know that'll end badly for you.
What are you talking about?
I think he didn't mention the Red Army. He said communist
First-
takeover, which is the people uniting.
First, we have to seize the means of production. Okay. That's all I know about the Communist Manifesto. Is seize the means of production.
Not to mention, that depends if your world gets nuked.
Yeah. You be alright.
It's another world. It technically would count. Kaboom.
Yeah.
Now, I think she would be the first to know. I think she would be the first to know.
Well, I mean, we just literally found out, hey, we're nuking a bunch of worlds.
Yeah, and Victoria's was one of them. I think she would know.
She will, when it's nothing but ashes.
No, I think she would know beforehand. She's a true believer, remember? Same as you.
Yes. But I mean, all we got as a warning was, we are nuking worlds. Nothing else. Even as true believers, that's all we got.
Yeah, besides, it's not really a world, it's more of just
Well-
a little pocket dimension.
Well, I'm the only one who really asked. I don't think you or Storm actually asked. So maybe if you were to raise the question, it would give you a different answer. Just a thought.
That is a good point. I'm just holding that as a threat over Victoria's head of, your Red Army could be nuked at any point.
Storm, why don't you, while we're waiting on Dakota, give a little teaser for your campaign or anything you're excited about, because we got some other stuff planned. So why don't you do that real quick?
Oh gosh.
Just listen. No, you don't have to go into the world.
Just now?
Yeah, I mean, we're waiting on him, Dakota.
We're on a commercial break right now. We have to thank today's sponsor, which is no one. I don't think anyone's sponsoring us.
Nope.
Nope, I don't have enough
Google
viewers.
because we can get free images.
I do not have enough viewers for that. Someday, maybe, hopefully. So why don't you start us off? Why don't you start us off in the intro to kind of what people can expect when coming into the first session of your campaign?
I've always prided myself on storytelling. I really enjoy telling stories and trying to figure out writing and telling stories, I suppose, but trying to figure out how to incorporate that into D&D with like me not being able to control the protagonist of said story was definitely a challenge over the course of my first 3 campaigns. But this one, I've poured like the last 6 months of my life into. So
you would say that this campaign is going to be very dynamic, very fluid with our party and our decisions.
Really, it's going to boil down to what does the party or the individuals in the party want to do.
Okay.
So, there is an overarching story. There will be seeds planted, but once I begin to explain some of the mechanics and how the world works, because the world is sort of like just coming into like the Industrial Revolution started 40, 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sort of where you're at as far as a time frame. So you can kind of think of yourselves as adventurers, but or can think of yourself as cowboys in like the early 1900s.
Sounds a lot like the Wild West.
Adventure. Yeah. Adventuring is dying. It's not dead, but it's not as much as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no established adventurers league or adventurers guild, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of stuff for you to do independently that is very adventurer-esque.
The West
it just might take you a bit more time to find it.
The West is almost as one, is what you're saying. You know, there's not much more frontier to explore. There's not much more gold to strike. You know, we're now becoming more efficient with what we have. That's the world we're looking at, right?
Well,
you're
looking at.
Yeah, go into that.
There's plenty to explore,
mm-hmm.
because it wouldn't be Dungeons and Dragons without exploration, in my opinion. But the thing about the people of Creston is that they're more interested after. I kind of compare it to. I like to think of like Greek culture. They're more interested in doing their own thing than going out and exploring the world. Mm-hmm. You know, philosophers, and they had the Renaissance. That's the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The Renaissance started in the 1500s for them, and the campaign's going to take place starting in the year 2000, which was 22 years ago. Okay. For us.
Yeah.
Oops. But
so if you
they're more. Yeah, they're more. They're culturally advanced, but they're not all that technologically advanced for the year that they're in.
Mm-hmm. Now,
go ahead. Their technology is still medieval era, mm-hmm. like late medieval era, but culturally they are.
If I had to draw a comparison, it's like Attack on Titan, where spoilers, by the way, where on the island it was pretty much still kind of technologically inept.
It's very medieval.
While the outside world, it was kind of the tech was kind of like in between like World War I and World War II style type of technology.
I think that's a fair comparison.
Yeah. I was going to say between Renaissance and Victorian.
Yeah, it kind of happened at the same time, but we're sort of, if you culturally, they're very advanced. When I say culturally advanced, I mean their form of the government system in which they work and their differences, like communities and factions are all very sophisticated in how they operate in their spheres of influence and things like that. I guess that's sort of what I'm getting at.
Hmm. Now, just because Dakota's going to be back soon, what is probably the one thing you're most excited to either experiment or to present to the party in this campaign? What is something you've worked on that you are just super stoked for us to play?
Oh gosh, what I'm really excited for all of you to do is get immersed in the world. And when I say immersed in the world, it's kind of like finding the tidbits of lore that are actionable.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dakota was asking me, because when I first started brainstorming this idea, he played around with the idea of like, I want my character to ascend into godhood. So I took a couple of weeks to sort of do my research and figure out how do people ascend into godhood in Dungeons and Dragons, that canon lore space. And I found several different pieces of information from the different settings, like Faerun and now what's the other one that has a lot of dragons in it? I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so I'm not going to go into great detail about that, but there is definitely a way if you look hard enough.
I think that's really cool that you did research as to like is this a common theme for D&D? What's one of the most interesting things you think you found out while you were learning for D&D?
The plane of dreams was really interesting.
I don't know what is the plane of dreams?
So it depends on what cosmology map you look at for Dungeons and Dragons. If you look at the Great Wheel cosmology, which has the prime material at the center, it goes the prime material, the Shadowfell, and the Faerun, or not Faerun, the Fae. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Then it goes out into your outer planes, like the Nine Hells and the Abyss, and Purgatory and Limbo, and all the other planes. And then outside of that is the far realms where all the Eldritch Cthulhu things live. And then outside of that is the dream world, or the dream plane. So every being that sleeps goes to the dream plane when it sleeps. There's some people that's learned how to dream lucidly and explore the dream plane. And if you die in the dream plane and you're like lucidly dreaming, then you take like 4d12 psychic damage when you wake up, or you wake up and you take 4d12 psychic damage. But there's also a way to visit the dream plane physically. Like there's a physical way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And at the heart, the dream planes, even though it's wrapped around the far realms and wrapped around the whole Great Wheel cosmology, it has its own center. And what you find at the center of the dream planes is unique to you as a person. So it could be God, it could be a long lost relative that died or went missing or whatever. It could be knowledge that you've sought your whole life. It could be anything specific to that individual. But getting there is extremely difficult because it's at the center of this big grand storm. It like throws rocks at you. And I think Pathfinder mechanicalized the dream world.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Pathfinder. And I was reading some of that, and it's like a DC 25 dexterity saving throw to keep from getting hit by rocks, and you got to succeed on that like 5 times before you can make it to the next inner sphere of the inside of the dream world, and da-da-da-da-da.
That's super freaking cool. Like, I never heard of this. Now, I do want to bring Clay and Tubeless in here. We'll start with Tubeless. What is one thing you're most excited for going into Storm's campaign?
Well, for me, it's hard to say, truth be told. I'm just curious to see how this is all going to play out. I take things one thing at a time. So, however we decide to progress this story, it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Okay. I respect that. I'm going to play it by ear. Come what may. Like that.
Pretty much.
Clay,
Honestly, I put a lot of work into my character, as our future DM here can vouch. And there's a lot of things I'm curious about with how he's implemented the things I've actually created. For most of you who don't know, I homebrewed my own race for this campaign, and Storm took huge inspiration from it. I'm curious what inspirations he's took and what inspirations he will tie into it.
Kind of with your
Which
character
reminds me, I had
specifically.
to. I also want to talk to you as well in the coming days.
To me or to Storm?
To you. I already said I got it. I'm already said I'm going to talk to Storm in the coming days, but I also got to talk to you in the coming days as well.
Fair.
Is that what you meant, Clay? You're curious as how he's going to interact with your character.
Well, I've worked on my character for months.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Storm first mentioned he was going to start working on this campaign, I had started building this character. Where Tubeless is one to take things by ear, I'm one who kind of takes steps ahead to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not really stay ahead of the curve, but to kind of allow for things to simmer and ideas to spawn.
Mm-hmm.
So before Storm even got into serious depth as he has now for his campaign, he had already had my entire character.
Mm-hmm. You were ready.
Oh yeah.
Heck
I
yeah.
mean, if it tells you anything, I already have 7 extra ref sheets, not for just his campaign, but for any other campaigns that come up for characters I could use, or I could even come up with another one.
Heck yeah. That's impressive. I find the fact that you can make characters like that very impressive because I struggle. But
Well,
that's
for
very, very
me,
cool.
I either find inspiration. Hikari was one I started off with a minor inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
To anyone who knows, Dragon Quest XI, one of the bosses was my original inspiration.
I
And
actually
then
just
I
started
twisted
playing
that.
that, so yeah.
Great game, great game. But I then twisted it and turned it into what could he be this way, and this way. And slowly Hikari was born from this. Where this one, I took a concept because of, well, Storm's description of his campaign, a mix of a slice of life and in-depth character, and thought, how can I work with this?
And honestly, I think Hikari's a very cool character. I like the fact that he's royalty and he's got to deal with what his father was before him, and you know his. I know the sister wasn't your plan, but even doing that, I think you've handled it very gracefully. Hikari has, you
Thank
have,
you.
so it's been very impressive.
To be
Watching your
honest,
character kind of,
and
yeah.
out of all the characters I've made for D&D, and honestly, you've not seen them as much as Storm and Tube here have, but my first character was an absolute train wreck. I'm not even gonna lie. I
I
I
picked
wouldn't say
had a
a
that.
lot of fun with
character,
Sanji.
I wouldn't really say that.
we had
but
to help Sanji along, but it was in all of our defense that first campaign. I decided to start running at me and Dakota were at Westtown Mall, and the D&D books were on sale. And I was like, "Hey, if I run a D&D campaign, y'all want in on it?" And we just kind of
It's like the thing is with Storm's first campaign, it was again his first campaign, and me and Dakota's first foray into D&D in general.
Mm-hmm.
I caught an
I
interest to it thanks to JT, because it's like, maybe I should try it. And then
and
again,
after
U Storm came to us. Is like, hey, you want to try to do this D&D session? I'm like, okay, sure, let's go for it. So you had 3 people that were relatively new to, well, one person new to DMing, but 2 people that were relatively new to D&D regardless.
and from Sanjay, my first character, I slowly learned what I messed up with him and improved each time.
Mm-hmm.
It went from Sanjay to Daizo to Amon to the one now, which is Hikari. Hikari, I think right now is my crowning achievement due to the fact that, well, he's actually a character. He actually feels like I've actually been able to flesh him out.
He feels very real in the world for sure. Like he's very
And that's the thing
grounded.
with all my other characters. I couldn't get that sense.
Mhm.
Like, I believe to put in perspective where the whole RPG element, I couldn't get the RP part of it because of these characters not having that connect.
Mhm.
Like, I was trying to make a character I couldn't connect with.
Mhm.
But now that I'm actually getting it, Hikari was the first one I could get in character because I could feel the personality in my head.
Yeah. And that's if you don't mind me tying off into that for what I'm most excited for. Me and Storm have talked about me role playing this character, and I'm very excited after talking with Storm a little bit with Asmodeus, correct, Storm? Storm?
Oh, you were talking to Assyria.
Assyria. It was super fun to talk to Assyria. I think Storm did an excellent job playing that, and I can't wait to see the other characters that he has in mind and kind of role play off them. I'm very, very excited to see not only the world that you've created, Storm, but also see the people that inhabit it and the ideas you've had for them. Very, very, very excited.
Sniffles the cat.
All I can say is this is probably going to be one of my more darker characters that I've used up to this point.
We've all talked about characters. Storm, as a DM, you've always got that thing in the back of your head, I'm sure, like, God, what if there's that one character that's broken and overpowered? Is there a particular character in this upcoming campaign that's kind of got you on your back foot?
What, like a player character?
Yeah. Is there any one of us that you're like, God, I've got to watch
I
them?
doubt there's ever going to be another
No,
Gemini
I doubt it.
for them.
Listen, I would.
Yeah,
I would.
that would everybody agreed.
I would be.
Everybody agreed that it was like insanity of how broken Gemini was.
Yeah. To be honest with you, that they're referring to the tyranny of King Genomai, but now that I've run 3 campaigns, the last one was a burning pile of cinders by the end of it because I simply didn't. I just wasn't. I dedicated to a big idea.
Mm-hmm.
And had no idea how to execute on it.
Yeah, you had your ending, but not your.
You still had a little bit of Gemini's legacy in the Monado that you still allowed me to have.
It wasn't so much that; it's just that I ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't so much running 3 back-to-back campaigns. That didn't so much bother me. What bothered me is that I simply, the reason this campaign has taken me so long is because I've waited for inspiration itself to strike, and once I get inspired about an idea, then I just go on and on and on. Like, once I finally sat down, or I got inspired about this world and like what was going to do with it, I sort of had like this tiny idea, and it has just blown up. I've got the last 2,000 years of world history for this setting, and right now I'm working on the big bad evil guy faction and how they've tied into the world and who's in charge of it and how they're planning to take over the world, how those goals will inevitably lead to conflict with the party, and it really, the world answers its own questions once you take something and you start asking the right questions about it, especially when it comes to NPCs. The NPCs basically write themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I've been meaning to talk to you on, Storm, because I'm having issues. Like, I have the idea. I have big ideas for mine, which is going to be way later. If y'all stick around long enough, you might actually get to see it. But I've been having issues just building the world.
Well, Clay,
Honestly,
go ahead, Storm. Go ahead if you're going to answer.
Well, the thing is that the way that I've done it, I do not recommend in any capacity. Like, if you're looking to like start a game of D&D,
Just build a town, build the surrounding area, and then fill in the gaps later.
All right, and with
Because-
that, you'll have to continue this conversation later because Dakota is back.
Wait,
I really
I'm gonna
enjoy
fire
that.
Discord back up.
Thank y'all.
My Wi-Fi's back.
Thank you for answering questions. I appreciate it. I think it went really well.
I didn't want to have mid thought on it.
Who did we lose? Oh,
Oh, I'm back.
what
I lost
What did
my-
you? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My Wi-Fi died.
Oh.
I had to restart it. And I was on my phone when we were talking.
What were you saying, Ratchet? You had a thought on it?
No, I was saying I didn't want to interrupt your thought.
Oh, okay.
Or you were on that.
Well, thank
All
you.
right.
That was very considerate.
So, yeah, you guys are going through questions. What has the group decided? Are you wanting to try to petition C&J, the guild, the local mercenaries? I mean, what do you want? Or just go at it alone?
Well, if it was we actually had to take her down completely, I'd say we get some help. But just to weaken her, all it shows we can just have Northman get her drunk.
I would say we enlist at least just one other person, at least. Just in case
there's
it
5 of
hits the
us.
fan.
6 of us if we count Timothy.
All right. Here's an idea. Who do you have in mind, Tubeless?
Who do I have in mind?
Yeah, who do you want to bring?
That's actually a good question.
Well, you think about it, and I'll come back to you. Storm, who would you want to bring?
I think we got this.
Okay, Clay, if there was someone you would like to bring.
I have one in mind, but at the same time, I know there's a counterbalance to that. That's the reason I left Dominic with Jackie, because I know Jackie can go off the hinge sometimes. But
Sometimes.
Dominic would be a good counterbalance for the fact that he's also, well, he's basically a walking shield.
Fiend. I say we bring Fiend
Okay.
along.
All right. So how about we split up? We each go talk to our respective people that we want to bring, and then we can be back.
Since Victoria's not wanting to bring anyone, Victoria, you're with me because I need you to convince Jackie not to do anything stupid.
So everybody,
I will
does
wholeheartedly convince Jackie to do something stupid.
does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay, DM, take it away.
You're able to Bella is able to contact or go to Momo and contact Fiend. What does she say? That's what you
Okay,
wanted,
so-
right?
Say what?
You said Fiend, right? So you wanted.
Yeah, just one other person. That'd be about it, and it would be fine. Just someone to, be a backbone, tank in case shit hits the fan. Basically.
Dude, you realize Fiend is with a different group, right?
He's with internal affairs.
Yeah, but him, Momo, and 2 others just got sent off through one portal.
He hasn't been sent off yet.
No, but they're all in a
He got-
group to be sent off.
Clay's right. He got sent off as soon as you guys walked in.
Oh shit.
My memory might not be the best, but I remember a few details.
Oh well, shit. I don't know then.
You can try to get a hold of him. We'll circle back to you. We'll go to Northman.
Okay. What is my best one? Can Momo take me to C&J?
So as you're actively thinking about C&J, the coin you have on you,
Yes.
you feel a warm, almost like a hand warmer thing.
Mm-hmm.
You feel warmth coming off the coin.
Okay. I'm going
Do
to
you take it out of your
yes,
pocket
I'm gonna
and
take
examine it?
I'm going to take it out of my pocket, rub it against my fingers, and examine it.
You called me, Northman.
Why, yes, Colonel. I did. I mean, why, yes, Colonel, I did. Yeah. Hey.
Don't be copying my totally authentic accent.
It's just so catchy and smooth.
I feel like that's a personal insult to my accent.
No, it's a compliment. It's a compliment. It is like your business, smooth and well thought out.
Well, ain't you just a little charmer?
I'm just being honest with you, Colonel. You're the best. I was wondering, if I could call in a favor.
I don't see why not. What would you like?
Well,
Have you finally decided on a slave?
No, not that. Me and Coggy are great. We're doing fine, so no worries there. No, we need help capturing, not killing, but capturing someone.
Okay. Who? This wouldn't be in reference to when you stopped by my abode and asked about that tree girl, is it?
Is Lilith the tree girl? She tree girl?
Yeah.
You're so perceptive. We can't get nothing past you.
You certainly can't.
Man, you're so great. Yeah. Do you know anything about is there anything going on with that? Anything way you could help us or?
I have some troops that should be able to accompany with you on that. One or two at least.
That would be most helpful. Yes.
Something for you to keep in mind, Northman.
Yeah.
There's a reason she hadn't been recaptured by the guild yet. Once Kyle turned her.
Oh, why is that?
She's like the strongest one of the elite of Kyle you know about. She is like the strongest one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Victoria made it sound like
Gemini.
it was no big deal.
Gemini put most of his magical energy into making her and making her come to life.
I've heard of this. I've heard of this Gemini person. Isn't Gemini?
Yeah,
yeah.
He used to be somebody a long time ago, but he walks around with a cane now. He's got a big old beer gut, and he's lonely because his woman was turned against him.
And he pumped all of his magic. Pumped all of his magic into her, huh?
Most of it, yeah.
Oh, wow. She sounds dangerous, Victoria.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, is there any way, Colonel, I could talk to you in private?
To him in what?
In private?
Well, you're currently talking to like telepathy right now.
Oh, am I really?
Like, you mean like a yeah? The coin's not talking to you verbally. Everything is in your head.
Yeah, where the rest of the day is other.
You're just staring at a coin in their eyes.
Yeah, but I don't want them to know what I'm about to say.
You can just say it in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah, we can't hear what you're actually saying.
Or if you want a one-on-one, like face-to-face, he can do that as well.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't want the party to know what's going to happen.
Okay, so do you want to step outside the city so he can summon you?
Yeah, let's do that. Can it be
okay,
fast?
So you step outside.
Is it fast?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be fast. All right.
You step outside the city, and the coin opens up a teleportation circle like the Sonic rings.
Yeah.
And then you step through it, and there's a colonel.
Hey, Colonel.
He is. You find yourself back on the island that you had visited previously with all the shark girls.
Oh God.
And the koi girl.
What is a lovely surprise.
The colonel is also there, of course.
Okay, well, I'm safe. Then it'll be fun. So, what's going on? Why is the guild destroying all these planets or universes? What do you think about that?
Well, I believe the plan is that Sophia is going to reclaim some of the power and energy she's spread out through the universes, and then she's going to cut off Kyle from his. It'll be pretty much God magic versus God magic.
Oh, geez.
And then they're going to cut him down, and then they're going to send in the troops to finish him off.
Oh, and you're just going to stand on the sidelines and.
Well, the problem is going to lie is when they get him, if they're able to absorb Kyle. Kyle's currently enough of a thorn in their side to where they can't close me out.
Close you out? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Do Do you want to absorb Kyle?
Well, I think it'd be more issues than it's worth, but I wouldn't be necessarily completely against the idea. But even with Kyle's energy, I'm not certain I'd be able to stop the entirety of the guild.
Oh, okay.
Problem is, I got most of my power back when the paladin got out. Came back to this plane. But now with him, Sophia, and Gabriel, it'd be a bit much.
Right. So you're safe. You're not gonna, you'll let just coexist. That's what the word I'm looking for. Yeah, coexist.
Yeah, they'll close off. They're wanting the world as you know it will probably cease to be once the guild gets Kyle's power.
Okay.
They'll finish reshaping the universes with that. There'll be a great separation.
But okay, well, I mean, that's fine with me. I don't care anyway. Thousands of people did. No, I just want to make sure that you're okay and we're okay, and
No, they shouldn't be able to snuff me. As long as Sophia exists, I will exist.
Gotcha. Right. Of course, you two have to coexist together. But okay, yeah.
And they're not going to challenge mine, and I'm not going to challenge theirs. It's like he looks at his watch. From what I'm told, Toxin's currently having babies.
It's coming soon. But
And
go
I
ahead.
could invade that, but I choose not to.
You're such a nice guy.
Around this time, you see Jade. Jade just kind of walks by. She says, "Colonel, I'm back." And she's like really happy and giddy before she sees you, and then she goes back into like her more stoic reserve. More stoic, like there's oh shit, there's company.
Well, hey, Jade.
Hey, Northman. So I got it, Colonel. And you, from past experience, you see the sword that Lawrence had stole from Hoshido.
Oh, that really bad one?
Yep, on Jade's back.
Huh. Can I roll? What would be a check to recall memory?
That'd be history, I guess.
Yeah, okay, let me. Hey, make it to where if I recognize this sword up to a roll.
Make it where you what?
Okay, I got an 11. Do I recognize this as a sword that I've never seen this
If
sword?
It's familiar.
I've seen.
But you don't know what.
Oh well, that's a nice sword.
Oh, thank you. I got it from a bunch of tree huggers.
You did? Hey, we're about to go kill some trees or capture a tree.
Well, this sword might be great for that.
Man, I bet you there's some weird ninja emo girl that would absolutely love to be here talking to C&J right now, but they chose not to. Anyway, metagaming. So
she looks at you and says, "Don't be talking about Donovan's girlfriend."
Oh, sorry, Donovan. Anyway, yeah. Well, if you could just send us a couple reinforcements, we will get out of your hair. And would you like a drink before I go? I've got moonshine.
Well, you know me too well, Northman.
Here you go, Colonel. Just for you. And Jade, one for you.
They both take the drink. Well, that's just delightful.
Okay. Well, I'll thank you so much for your time, Colonel. I will leave you alone. And thank you so much for the coin again. I really appreciate it. If you need anything, well, I will do my best to help you.
Let me see that coin just for a second, Northman.
Yeah, of course, Colonel. Here you go.
He takes the coin and kind of rubs it in his hand, kind of plays with the coin a second.
Mm-hmm.
It has a white glow to it.
Okay.
And then the glow goes away and he hands it back to you.
Okay.
Here you go, Northman.
Well, thanks, Colonel. What'd you do?
Let's just say it'll help you out if the time ever arises where you need my assist.
Well, thank you so much. Man, you're such a nice guy. All right, I'm going to walk away at that. I'm going to bow and turn around and walk out.
All right. Bethel is going to run up.
Jesus.
So here's what happens: the Colonel snaps his fingers, and then Bethel, from like across the island, just mad sprints at you. You see nothing but her face for like 100 yards, and then she grabs you, and you both teleport back outside the Castile City.
Okay, that sounds good. All right.
Here you go, Northman.
Thank you, Bethel. You're the best.
Do you start to walk away?
No. I stand there and stare at her, waiting for her to make the first move.
So she kind of puts her fingers together, like twiddling fingers. She's like, "So, no drink today?"
Oh yeah. Is there going to be taxes on it?
No, this one's on that. I'm not paying for this. There's no taxes.
Perfect. Yeah. What would you like?
Do you have any iron flavored?
Iron. Yeah, of course. I take some pieces of iron and drop them in some beer and swish it really hard. Here you go.
So as she drinks it, she gets the chunks of iron, and she's, as I've said before, she's made of like an obsidian type material.
Mhm.
So she chomps the iron. It's like chewing up ice.
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, that's delightful, Northman. Thank you." And then she goes away.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. We're walking back in the guild. All right.
That
And
made
All right,
my
you're
one
back.
bad tooth hurt like the devil. Ah, just picture.
hey guys, I talked to the well, I assume you guys left too, so I'll wait till y'all get back.
Yeah. Where is Hikari and Victoria?
We're probably at the Demon Kingdom talking to Jackie and Dominic.
All right.
I am actively encouraging Jackie to kidnap Akari's political enemies and detain them for being a threat against the kingdom.
Oh, Victoria, you
All
think I'm gotten this old? Who do you think we put in the gulag earlier?
Outstanding decision.
Dominic, I told you to keep him in check.
Listen, boss. I kept the innocents out of there. The only ones they got were the really bad guys. Never going to cause us nothing but issues. And
It's just,
Jezebel is on my butt to make sure this kingdom is safe for her incoming baby. So it had to be done.
fair enough, I suppose.
While she said it better be safe for the baby, she said if anything happens, there are replacements going to be coming after this one. So she still wants to be careful, though.
Hikari just gets this pale look on his face as he leans forward. Okay. So, of the
So I
moment.
can go with you, boss, but honestly, I'm needed here for all this stuff. Bob's got to break through with the miners' union, the coal union, and we have a meeting later today.
Hmm.
And all this stuff with Amy taking over the Ebba Kingdom. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of hassle. But we should have most of it done probably by the time you get back.
Noted. What about Malachi?
You're going to refresh my memory who Malachi is.
Malachi was Jezebel's old bodyguard. He was the
Oh, he's in
Lionkin peacekeeper.
He's in jail.
What did he do? Wait. Don't tell me. Jackie, what the crap did you do?
Sorry, boss, but no. Apparently, he got caught making some joke about inbreeding with you and Jezebel, and then Jezebel dragged him to the Underdark and put him in jail.
He was always known for cracking jokes.
Listen, I'm sure she'll let him out. He's only been down there for a few months.
Just a few months. Has anyone fed him
By now.
recently
Listen, I don't go to the Underdark.
Oh,
Dominic says, well, I've never been there either.
so he's probably dead. Got it.
Oh yeah, maliciously.
Oh, that's not good for him.
Although I could get him resurrected, but that's the bad part of the issue.
Then he would be a brainless zombie.
I wouldn't say brainless. I mean, we have a pretty strong necromancer. I'm pretty sure he'd at least have some brain.
Jackie says on the bright side, he wouldn't be making jokes to get himself killed again.
What if I put magic mouth on him and we just make him do nothing but tell bad jokes that get him killed over and over and over again?
Victoria, this is why you're not the idea person.
All right, that's a great idea. Make him like a hitchhiker bot.
Jackie says, oh my goodness, we're going to do that when we have foreigners over or people we don't like, and they're going to make fun of Jezebel where she can hear them. That's a great idea.
Hikari leans forward. I hired you idiots.
Correct, boss. We'll make sure the job's done. And they take off.
Refer back to the Hikari's pride image to the pain Hikari's in right now.
Don't worry, we just arrested your political enemies. Or what we deem to be your political enemies.
There you go.
I'm fine. Just hit me straight in the pride. Jiminy freaking Christmas, this hurts.
Also, Jackie sticks his head back in and says, one more thing, boss. We had a spy in Eva before Amy started running to be president, and it appears that he's gone. Like, we can't find him.
I'll ask Amy about it. Well, no, I probably already know where Amy put them.
But
Hikari leans back in his chair, just that look of...
We do know, Hikari, that Nina helped Amy clean out the political problems. So,
I figured.
Yeah. He's probably starring some horror movie somewhere that was actually being chased and killed.
More than likely.
On the bright side, though, he wasn't one of us. He was just on our payroll.
Fair, I suppose.
And they both take off.
Victoria, evaluate my life choices to the list of things to do later.
I can evaluate them for you.
Yeah, they're all poor. I need to reevaluate them.
Well, if you've already evaluated them as poor, then what good is reevaluating them going to do?
How to fix that?
Make better life choices. It doesn't seem that complicated.
Sounds like a vicious loop where you just reevaluate and then do a bad job at reevaluating, and then you end up at the same spot you're in now.
Well, I mean, I hired Victoria and Jackie. I think I made my worst decisions already.
Killed him.
Emotional damage.
Oh, goodness. All right. So you guys go back to Castile City?
Yes.
Yes, and Hikari's just gonna have that look of, like, Storm knows the reference I'm talking about. Just the image of Russian Badger in front of the T-Pain sign at one of the tournaments, but his face is blocking the T, and it's just the word pain.
All right. So as you all reconvene on the guild hall, you go inside, and where you left Amy at, she's found her way over in a little couch, and Timothy is passed out. She's sitting on the couch. She's laying on the couch, and his head is like on her legs, and he's like passed out.
What happened?
I'm gonna scold Amy and tell her that she was supposed to wait through that until after she was married.
No. No.
She takes her hand and then like opens his eyelid, and it's like turning purple. She's like, "Oh, he's in the process."
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Never mind. Carry on.
Never mind. Carry on.
So I have news, guys. Talk to the Colonel.
Noted.
Yeah, Jade was there. And he said he would send in a couple of reinforcements.
Noted.
Of course, Jade will be there. I mean, she's like literally following him everywhere.
She was really happy. She had a really cool
I'll
looking.
bet.
She had a really cool looking sword. She seemed excited about, but I don't. It just
Immediately perks up. Wait, a sword?
yeah, it was just a regular sword. I don't know why she was so excited about it.
This is some role playing I can get behind.
I don't think that was a regular sword.
It was-
Not that I can
listen,
think of.
listen.
Like, where did
I've
she
been
even
around.
get it?
Been around 150 years. I would think that I recognize a regular sword. All right, it was just a sword, man. You're just looking into this too deep. I talked to the Colonel. We got reinforcements. Let's go look at Lilith.
I'm gonna use my shotgun to peer into Northman's mind real quick. I'm sorry, this is too.
You forget
Man.
Northman failed his history check, so he literally didn't remember.
I know.
All
I
right.
know.
So you go ahead and peer into my mind, and I'll tell you what's going through my mind. Okay. You can read like the past in my mind. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or
I
just
can
my
see-
perception of what happened.
I can see what I can see what at least like a small glimpse of what you saw.
Right. Okay. So go ahead and do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right. You remember the sword from Dragon Ball Z that Trunks had?
Oh my goodness!
That's what you see.
I can see the
You
the
see
quick
the-
image. I can
the-
see the small glimpse of it.
The very straight, normal looking iron sword.
Did she say where she got this sword from?
She said hi. Yeah, it looked like a normal sword. I didn't ask about it. She was excited to see the Colonel. I thought it was cute. Like, you're looking into this way
Yeah.
too much, man. Come on, we gotta go. Why are you worried about the Colonel? You didn't ask about him before.
I think I can put two and two together at this point.
I think we have delayed long enough. It's time to go.
Oh no.
Oh,
No.
What?
Well, if
Oh,
you know where
look,
reinforcements are.
friends.
Couple, as you guys are discussing what kind of sword Jade had, her and Rex come walking in the guild hall.
Well, hey,
Jade
Jade.
chimes up and says, "Sup, bitches?" And Northman.
Yeah, and that's when I look over and see the sword on her back. I'm like,
It is wrapped up, and you cannot tell what it is. There's a white wrapping all around it. She's carrying two swords, her primary and this new sword that you don't know anything about.
I feel like we're about to discover a whole lot of not okay.
definitely not. This is a big bad bad vibes.
I think this is
Very
great.
bad vibes.
I've got all the good vibes from this.
This is gonna be bad.
The bad vibe started for me whenever Jackie decided to start. Best way I know how to describe it, streaking through a football game with my kingdom.
No, we were
It's
capturing
fine.
political our enemies.
The dude is about as unstable as a crackhead.
You expected less.
Knowing he worked for you? No, I didn't.
Anyway, so they're standing there, like, so we going to kill this tree girl, and make firewood, or what?
No, we're just gonna capture her. No killing.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Rex kind of puts his head down. His eyes were lit up red or yellow. I mean, they kind of simmer down, and he's kind of like, "Oh,
Oh, sorry, Rex.
They fully intend on killing this girl.
I'm sure there will be a lot of things to kill between here and there, though.
Exactly.
Also, important thing to note I hadn't done yet. While Jade has 2 swords, the other sword in question was wrapped up, and she has her primary sword sitting there as well. The Rex has 2 swords. One is also wrapped up.
Okay.
Well, this is all the reinforcements we can get. Seeing as my only hope for reinforcements is either dead or busy.
Just wait a few months, Hikari. You'll have some reinforcements.
See, aren't they just so nice? That was such a positive message.
Oh no. I prepared for this eventuality, but
Did you see it coming like this?
oh my gosh.
I know
Oh,
Jason
man.
didn't.
All right, so are we ready to go? Shall we, Mosey?
Might as well.
Mosey.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's feet first into hell, not head first.
Okay, so you go over to Momo, and you tell her you're ready to get at the portal. And you guys go through, and she kind of does a double take when she sees Jade and Rex. And she's like, oh, okay.
Yep, they're with me. No worries.
She pertains special attention to Rex. He looks inquisitively. And then she makes the portal, and she writes something down on a clipboard as you guys start to go through.
Huh.
Do we all go through, no issues?
What are you writing
Yeah.
there? What are you writing?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Just notes.
No, yeah, what kind of notes?
I have to keep track of who goes to what universe to make sure everybody is accounted for.
Right. Can I whisper something into her ear?
Into Momo's?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you profiling? Could you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold on. I thought we were circling back to me.
No, I'm just counting acceptable losses on my sheet.
Which one of us is acceptable?
She looks at Rex. She's like, well, I know he's gonna live.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's both of us over there whispering now with both your hands up, like your mouth, whispering to each other. Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. Can you understand anything he's saying? As he's talking over there, like that.
No, but I think he's really nice and says really cool things, like one-liners and catchphrases, like I'm Batman or something like that.
Northman,
What?
wait
Oh,
on.
oh, okay. Sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah, but wait. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's not anywhere to be. She's not anywhere to be found after investigating. Last known position of Fontaine was in Paradise, and you have no way of contacting Paradise to find out if she's available or where she's at.
Shit. So all my options are out then. Except for one, but I think it's too late at this point.
What were you thinking?
So what?
What are you thinking?
I was about to say Edward again, but he's probably busy in Hoshido right now, so.
He is very busy in Hoshido right now. He might be picking splinters out of his ass right now. But you don't know that. All right. Portal opens up. Jade says, let's go. Get out of here, bitches.
Here we go. Wee.
Picture. Ah,
We are through the portal.
you are through the portal. I'm taking a picture. I'm putting. Don't you guys and/or chat don't blame me for my shit drawing. I'm gonna get here at work.
Is that a
This is
toilet?
what you guys.
That's a toilet.
Correct.
You going straight in the shitter, so why wouldn't it be?
I got it. I see the
Fair.
reference now.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, do you see that little black dot in the bottom left-hand side? That black
Yes.
speck?
Like the
That's where you guys currently are.
Okay.
So what you're looking at is the main house, and there's a building to the side with a bunch of jail cells. And somebody give me a perception, just see how far in detail I go with this.
Uh-oh.
All right, 24 is good. So the main house, you see the main house, the little archway and the two lines is the door going to outside. It's a forward-facing door. The main house is bigger than what I have it drawn, but I only have so much paper, so it actually is bigger. The inside of that is on a different piece of paper. To the left-hand side, where the little bar-looking things are, it appears to be a laboratory/jail of some kind, like holding areas. The big circle around is like at a mansion, and you have where you can park your cars, the driveway there. It's a big circle. It's
The
similar to
roundabout
that. It's a big courtyard. The circle inside of that is a fountain. It's a water fountain.
Is
The
it water
exit-
in the fountain this time?
You will have to be closer to observe that.
Nah.
You can tell it's liquid, but you cannot discern exactly what color, even with a 24 at that distance. The X close to the house is a big old monster. The three other X's are also other creatures.
Can we tell what kind?
Dead ones in my mind.
You roll me a history or I guess an insight maybe, and see if anybody recognizes them.
My insight. Oh, cool.
I'm not good at either. of those.
History 21.
It appears to be an ogre munch.
23.
25.
What we need is a 22 and a 24, and we got it straight.
Heck yeah. I didn't know.
Did you guys hear what I said?
You said it's an ogre
You said
munch?
an ogre.
Ogre munch? March?
So the big one's an ogre.
Are ogres, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Not sentient.
Oh,
Flammable.
Or can they talk?
oh, a stone colossus.
It depends on the ogre.
Okay.
It depends how they were made, rather.
Okay.
Is it flammable?
Everything's flammable, I suppose. I mean, we have moonshine.
Hmm.
Do you really want to start this off like that, though? I mean, we're trying to save a tree. You know, fire tree.
You forget that Storm has no moral compass with this
I
character.
feel like all because a
Not
tree,
legal.
all because there's no carpet to munch on the tree, you just kill it.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a lot of foliage on this creature. or moss that resembles carpet if you wanted to munch.
Fragrant. Mmm.
For fuck's sake.
Like the forest floor.
Exactly.
Ah, smell the
I don't feel
pollen.
like my first picture. I don't feel like my first picture did it justice, so I'm gonna post another one.
It's pretty cool. All right. So what are we doing? Victoria
Well,
says
we need to kill it.
kill. Victoria, why?
Because I'm pretty sure if we actually got past it, got into the building,
Huh.
found our target, that thing would come through the floor to stomp our face in, and then
Yeah.
we're getting attacked on two fronts.
Or
In
we,
the words of the Incredible Hulk, big monster.
why can't we just be like, look, we are here to see Our Lady Lilith today, and we will
First off,
demand
if it
an
even
audience.
speaks.
I'm sure it speaks. I'm so
Second
like,
off,
they told me to stand in front of the door and to not let it happen, and so I stand at the door and it don't happen.
Let's go over there and try to sell them Girl Scout cookies.
I love it. Let's go.
All right.
Put me in the
All
cart.
right, I'm gonna post a picture of the other two monsters real quick. I had to find one.
Hey, Victoria.
These are humanoid sizes.
Victoria!
You can speak to me with your brain. What?
I don't like doing that. It feels weird. Did you get the Molotovs?
Yeah.
Okay, you got them all. Okay, where's the cookies?
We
Station.
didn't.
You hear?
What is
Turn
it?
around,
What is it, Rex?
and he has a platter of fresh baked cookies.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
I just see Rex like with oven mitts and an apron holding
Yep.
these out on a tray. Rex, these I put like a ton of them in my mouth. They're so good. Oh my god.
He blushes. His armor on the outside just turns pink and red.
Oh my god. So good. Are these your family recipes? Anyway, okay. So, is everyone on board with the sell them Girl Scout cookies idea?
I don't
If
think
you
they're
somehow-
sentient enough. I don't think they're intelligent enough to speak, though.
And if they're not, you have the Molotovs.
I mean, that's fair, but
Okay.
if they're made of stone, I don't know what good Molotovs are going to do us.
Listen, just play it cool, guys. The worst that can happen is we die. And we've learned,
Northman's right as Jay kind of puts her arm around him. You all need to grow a set like this little dwarf. Let's go.
I kind of shimmy my shoulders like, yeah, look at me. I got balls.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Phrasing.
no.
Northern has had a
Just
height group at this
no.
point.
I'm going to say
All right.
again. Phrasing.
So the plan is to go sell them Girl Scout cookies.
That was Victoria's plan, yes.
Okay. How do you do it?
Oh my gosh.
Well, we have our little red wagon. I have my Girl Scout beret on. Victoria also has. I would assume. Victoria, do you have the beret?
I have magic.
Do you have the beret?
I have a disguise kit, so I guess.
Okay, we're discussed. All right. I have the badge for helping the old lady cross the street and dousing a fire.
Isn't that Boy Scouts?
I
Never
don't
mind,
listen.
whatever.
I don't ask questions. Okay, I don't know anything about the girls.
Didn't the Boy Scouts stop being the Boy Scouts and let whoever wanted in it like years ago? Does it really matter?
Anyway,
Hell, I don't know.
all right, we're gonna roll our wagon casually, or I'm gonna roll the wagon. I'll roll the wagon casually because I'm small and less of a threat.
Okay, Amy is going to sit in the wagon and hold some of the cookies.
Are they gonna recognize her from the flyer? Amy, you're famous now. I feel like this might be a bad idea.
Aw.
Here, just put this beret on. No one will recognize you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Hikari's probably watching
Great,
them. And
Northman, your
"There's
head's too
no
big. This
way
spray don't
can
fit.
work."
It's now over her eyes.
Perfect. It's like that. All right. So is everybody now? Clayhead and Tubeless, you guys haven't said anything, but you guys okay with this?
At this point, if it works, I don't give a crap.
Okay. Let's.
I'm
I was
probably
expecting just
watching
full on action, going in, getting into a fight almost immediately. I wasn't expecting this.
At this point, YOLO.
Okay. All right. Yes, we're
Let
going
them,
to
let that marauder who went in before immediately after the ready check.
let it be known that everyone, if they want it, has a Molotov. Okay. All right. So we walk on up, roll our little wagon. Squeak, 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 squeak. Goes the wheels. All right. Amy's sitting in it. I
Okay.
imagine she's like turning her head side to side, trying to see under the hat, got her head tilted up.
Exactly.
All right.
All right. So as you approach, you catch the attention of the three in front.
Yes.
How do you react?
Girl Scout cookies.
They
Did you say
they
yay?
start going towards you aggressively, and then you say "Girl Scout cookies," and they stop in place and they look at each other.
Can I like ninja star a cookie into their mouth? Do these things have mouths?
They have not a full mouth, but they have kind of what like the picture implies.
Okay. Yeah.
They got a place where a mouth would be.
I'm going to take them both like a little sampler cookie, the smallest cookies we have, and I'm going to bring them both a cookie.
This is gonna work. But it's hilarious, so I'm gonna let it happen.
Listen, Rex is a great baker. Leave him alone. This will work. Don't.
I'm not saying
stick-
he's not.
stick to the
I'm just
plan.
saying these things are not sentient.
They're sentient enough to know good cookies when they taste them.
So it's almost as if when you pulled the cookies out, that seems to be why they stopped rushing you.
So I take the cookie and hold it in my hand and like do a wave, and do they follow the cookie?
They follow the cookie.
So you want the cookie? Did that get a reaction? I'm going to throw the cookie at the opposite end of the courtyard.
How many?
2.
Okay. Just 2?
Yes, as far as I can.
Okay.
I'd probably throw a
Oh.
whole box.
I will let you change it if you want to change it, but you don't have to.
Okay.
So you want?
Yeah, let's just grab. I assume Rex made like 5 full boxes of cookies, so we'll just grab we'll grab a box and just chuck it and watch them fly all over the courtyard. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is actually working.
So all 3 run over to the side of the courtyard. Do you throw it to the left-hand side towards the laboratory or to the right-hand side?
Let me go back to your picture for reference. We know that Lilith is probably in the main house, right?
That would be the assumption.
The assumption is that Lilith's in the main house.
But she's also a scientist of sorts, and there's a laboratory to your left. So,
can we throw it like? I assume we walked up to them, so we're like probably at the circle on the closest X on the left.
In my mind, you guys are at the middle X on the bottom.
Middle X on the bottom. Okay. Can I toss them to the right, away from the laboratory in the main house, like bottom right, south?
Yep.
Okay. Let's toss them that way.
Okay. So you throw them, and all 3 of these golem creatures chase after them.
I want to give Rex a high five. Great job, Rex.
Hikari's probably just watching this with the most gobsmacked look on his face.
All right, are we?
I just had to shake my head in disappointment.
All right, guys.
Jade chimes up and says he really loves to cook.
He's really good. Those are delicious.
Yep.
All right.
By Jove, I'm gonna actually have to try one later. I
They're
was
really,
not. I was expecting that
they're
to be a
really,
victory. I wasn't
they've
expecting
always
it.
been a big hit. Like always.
I can tell. Wait. How did these monsters know? Anyway, let's continue to the troll.
Okay. So you're
Before-
at the golem, the middle X at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Around this
hold on,
time,
hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I just totally took that over. Is everybody okay with going to the main house, or do we want to sneak off into the laboratory?
Part of me wants to say divide and conquer, but at the same time, I feel like sticking together.
Gotta
is
get us
also a
killed.
I think we should see if we can find insurgents in the laboratory.
Okay? So you're thinking the laboratory. My thought is maybe we could ask this troll, and maybe he's dumb enough to kind of help us out. Trolls are never intelligent, correct?
well, it's a golem, not a
Or
troll. But
okay,
yeah,
I thought what you said was a troll. Troll
no,
march.
golems vary. It depends on their creator.
Okay.
You know what? At this point, screw it. Let's go for it.
Okay, so let's you're saying let's go to the laboratory, let's talk to this thing.
No, let's try and talk to this thing.
Okay.
We have done the most stupidest shenanigans right now, and it's working. Let's roll.
Okay, so
It's
yeah,
not over yet.
we're gonna walk up to this giant golem.
Okay. So as you guys approach the giant golem, you see in the distant in peripheral vision that the small humanoid golems, had finally ran to where the cookies are and began shoving them where their mouths would be. And you threw one box, right?
Yeah.
One box of cookies would usually be a double dozen.
All three die. There's a huge explosion, and all three die. Just a big mushroom cloud comes up.
I look at Rex like with my hands and palms open in front of me, like, what did you do?
I have a reference that I'm pretty sure very few people will get. What was that? Mama Bun strangles explosive pies?
Jade says, "Listen, I told you they were always a big hit."
Oh my god. They're huge hits.
Yeah, that stuff ain't eating.
It's another reason why I say I will never trust you people.
Wait a minute. I ate some
choose
cookies.
Oh no.
Yeah, you did. I mean, they don't say anything. There's like, well, yeah, you did. They acknowledge the fact you ate them.
Well, okay.
Rex pats you on the head.
He says,
He
I'll
says
be
it's
okay.
fine. It has to. The spell he used only works on monsters.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was trying.
They'll go mad. And they'll,
Nathan,
No,
one
no,
of two things is about to happen. You are either about to be a blood stain on the ground, or you are about to pull off the Wario waft.
All right.
I'm gonna guess the former of the two.
So
Although that'd be hilarious as Northman survives the explosion, all that gas just propels him like a rocket.
launch to the roof.
dies of fall damage.
No. Okay, so I take it this golem is now like, huh?
What have you done?
Cookie?
No, I don't want your damn cookies.
Oh, we're actually part of the Girl Scout troop. I want to completely ignore what just happened. And we were wondering if anybody inside would be interested in some cookies.
Order to attack whoever approaches.
Oh, well, we're not approaching. We're not approaching. Who ordered? Who gave the order?
Queen Lilith.
Oh, wow, the queen. I bet you she loves to spend all of her time in the laboratory.
He's boulders move along where his eyes are, like his little eye jewels,
Mm-hmm.
it glares at you.
You think somebody else help?
Somebody else.
Help me!
Listen, bud, we're trying to reach her about her car's extended warranty.
Oh my god!
On that, I'm rolling initiative.
No, you used the wrong accent.
I was going to say, can I make a dexterity throw to grab a box and shove it down this thing's throat?
Oh my gosh, that would be
This,
awesome.
this creature is technically gargantuan, so
I can fly, son.
that's fair.
I'm one of the
I'm
two people
thinking.
here that can. I was about to say, I'm one of the 3 here that can fly.
Are you rolling for me, Ratchet, or do I need to roll?
Yeah, I'm doing. It's in the app.
Okay.
I just had to edit something real quick that this encounter reset for some reason.
Good news, it's now a 1-on-6. Bad news, killing this thing's gonna be a problem. The fact that this worked as well as it did.
Went as far as it did.
I still have to shake my head in disappointment.
Mine's more in disbelief.
Yeah, why are you disappointed? That worked out great.
The fact that it worked is why I'm disappointed. Considering who we're up against.
It's like, this worked. It shouldn't have. But Dad,
Especially against freaking Lilith's creations too. The fact that worked. That's why I'm disappointed.
Well, as Jade said, they had a form of madness when they got sniffs of the cookies. So I rolled a save for them. They failed to save. That's why it worked.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, it is the golem's turn. He is first. I'm just make sure. Oh, that's the wrong thing. He's going to make 2 slam attacks. He is targeting Northman.
Oh no. Ow.
1 hits.
One of those hits, and the other one's a crit fail.
Contractors are trying to kill me.
13, 8. Yeah, you take 39 damage.
Ow.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It is now Rex's turn.
Get him, Rex. Get him.
Rex is going to attempt to make an attack. Rex.
Excuse me.
23, a 25, and a guaranteed.
20.
I doubt the 18 hit.
Yeah, 3 hit. I'm just making sure I'm on.
Go Rex.
Heck yeah.
So he's making the attack. Those were done incorrectly.
Like, say, God, he can deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can.
They were done incorrectly because I didn't add the plus 10.
Oh,
So he did 60 damage.
What?
Yep.
he chopped his balls off.
Golem, do they even have those?
I mean, he's got boulders.
Hello.
Ask a dumb
It's
question.
Hikari's turn.
Answer.
It is Hikari's turn.
Alright. For one action, I'm going to try to do the dumbest dexterity roll I have ever made. I'm going to grab a box of cookies from the wagon and I'm going to try to dunk it into this thing's mouth.
Okay.
I literally can't believe that sentence just came out of my mouth.
Roll, I'm trying to do acrobatics, I guess?
Yeah, it'd be acrobatics. Which would be plus 11. 16.
It's got a really big mouth. I would say you barely, you get, how many boxes was it?
I just grabbed one box and tried to dunk it in.
Half the box makes it in.
Alright. Does anything happen?
20 for one. Two seconds later, half the box, there's 20 in a box, half the box would be 10. So, a few seconds later, he takes 102 damage.
Way to go, Clay.
Big dunk. I'm now going to activate my glowing purple. And also... Now, I should save that for whenever we actually have to deal with Lilith, so I'm not going to activate the transformation yet.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll my next 3 attacks. 320 plus. Only one of those hits.
Correct.
Damage? 44 damage.
Yeah, 44.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, it's Victoria's turn.
All right. I'm going to cast a spell magic on it.
You can cast a spell magic on it?
It's a golem, isn't it? It's made of magic.
It'd be your spell, what, your spell DC versus what it's made with? Or?
No, really? Hold on. I don't know the logistics of turning a golem off with a spell
You're the
magic.
one trying to do it.
Hold on. Give me just 1 second. I can tell you.
Should be your spell versus it's the DC of the person who made it.
I was not prepared to just right off the bat. 102 damage from cookies.
Heck yeah.
Cookies.
At this point, I think we should just somehow get the whole wagon worth of cookies
I
in its
mean,
mouth.
honestly, if we just kept chucking cookies in there, it'd probably work.
It's a D20 for every cookie you get in the damn thing's mouth.
This is the
I love it.
crack shot I've ever witnessed. We are beating a golem with cookies. Why?
You know what they say, kill them with
Why
kindness.
is that a thing? Why is this a thing?
The last
I don't
time
know.
I heard that, Dakota, there was a guy in Florida with a machete he bedazzled kindness onto and tried to kill people with.
I will say, way to go, Victoria.
Florida, man.
How do you want to do this? I thought there was an actual mechanic to it, but I can't find it. I
No,
swear
no.
I saw it the other day.
I don't remember a mechanic do it. I will make What does the spell magic say? How do you?
Hold on. This might not even work because I thought there was a mechanic for it for golems. Because I just set up a golem in a dungeon like 2 days ago. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay, so do it. Do your spellcasting stuff.
If what Storm does works, I'm going to cry. Because this will be
Technically,
glorious.
yeah, that didn't work.
Nope.
Storm, plan B, mage hand the cookies. Look, at this point, those cookies are a death machine to this thing. If we can do it without burning any of our crap, can just walk into Lilith, no need for a rest, be like, yo, what up? How did you beat all our stuff? Cookies. We would be both
Victoria, have anything else?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use my blood magic. Nathan will be right back. I'm going to spend. Oh my gosh. I just had it, phone. Calm down. Use my blood magic and expend 7 hit die to make a 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. It is now Jade's turn. Jade is going to attack this. Come on. There you go. Okay.
Wow, must have had a really horrible initiative roll. Holy shit.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, all but one of those hit.
All right, it's Northman's turn.
And
No,
Northman's not
Northman
here.
here.
Storm, out of curiosity, could you use magic to create a funnel effect?
While Nathan's not here, I'm not going to speak to him yet. I'm going to go through the line real quick. So I'm going to mute.
Right.
I'll be
So, crazy question, Storm. Could you create a vacuum effect to direct something?
Do what?
Could you use magic to create a vacuum effect to direct something in a specific direction?
I don't think so.
Because I had an idea to basically just catapult a crap ton of cookies at this thing's mouth, and I was hoping you could create like a funnel.
Well, I don't want to burn a 9th level slot just yet, but I could just stop time and shove a whole bunch of cookies in its mouth.
Wait, I just had another thought. Don't you have mold earth?
Correct.
This thing is ground, correct?
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that.
I don't even think my earth
Oh.
file. I don't even think my earth file will work in that case. Wait, do I have earth file? Hold up.
I'm an
I
idiot.
ask more of the question, do you have wind style?
I'm a sodding idiot.
Yes, that's actually one of the first ones I started with.
By any chance, could it create a vacuum effect?
We're trying to turn this monster into Kirby, and I think I've already solved our problem.
No, I am going to use Thunder's Boom, launch these cookies into the air, and pray the vacuum effect works.
Just let me animate them.
I have vacuum sphere that that I can shoot onto my mouth. Apparently,
Storm. Let's back up there for a second, too. Hold on. Storm, did you just suggest the idea of us animating a bunch of cookies to force feed themselves down this thing's throat to kill it?
Yes, I did.
That has just come to fruition.
Oh man. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm speechless at this idea working and being this absurdly stupid.
Hey, Storm.
Hi, Nathan.
Can you make them into spider cookies and this thing have arachnophobia?
Do I have fear?
They have 8 legs. If you can make them have 8 legs.
I mean,
I love it.
technically,
Little god.
Better just make them fly.
it doesn't give them a fly. Then I made object as a construct.
We are literally suggesting this idea. This
It has
is
a
thing.
If it doesn't have legs, it has a fly speed of 30 feet.
Oh, so it's okay. It flies. Never mind. You know there are some spiders that fly.
Dude, shut the hell up.
stop. Just stop. Fucking stop.
There's one thing that Tulips and I can agree on. Spiders are bad, okay?
Easy there, Mr. Mackey.
And it has freaking blind sight. That's amazing. Flying has blind sight.
But yes, Clay, I do have vacuum sphere.
Would anything getting launched into that get pulled into the center of it?
You take a deep breath and shoot a small sphere of wind down that's condensed enough to shoot through target objects. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think so.
Would it have the force to push something through the air?
I could just do that naturally.
All right. I need you to at least ready one action to do that. I'm going to use Thunderous Boom, launch it into the air, and you just yeet it. We are about to create the Cookie Gatling. That's it.
I already have an idea of what I'm gonna do, and you're probably gonna be happy about it.
You just want to use the peasant cannon concept. That's all you want to do.
At this point, would it be that bad? But kinda, yes. I mean, you just create a human railgun. What part of that's not awesome? I believe it's as one of the videos I saw said, I have activated the peasant cannon. You are now being hit with this boulder at Mach 10.
Is Dakota gone?
Yeah.
He said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
I'm gonna go get some
Just
beers
that way.
real quick. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, he's back now.
No proofread.
It's your turn, Nathan.
Oh. Alright. It's Northman's turn.
Okay. Can I? And I feel like this is gonna be no because I'm so short. Can I also jump or climb and make cookies get cookies in this thing's mouth?
You could try.
Okay.
It's going to be acrobatics.
Okay. Give me 1 second because
Oh,
my
he's
phone was
blind.
dying and I don't have a charger near where the computer is. So let me go look at my phone and I will get acrobatics. I'm sorry. So sorry.
They're fine.
I mean, he's climbing, so wouldn't that be athletics?
Athletic, acrobatic, doesn't, well, whichever. I get the two mixed up.
Your jumping height is determined by your strength modifier.
Yeah, but you said climb.
No, climbing is athletics.
Oh, well, that's what I was saying. He was saying acrobatics. I was saying
Well,
athletics.
if he's
Okay, so which one is it?
you want rules as written, or
You're trying to climb it, aren't you?
Well, I'm assuming I'm too short as a dwarf to jump.
Which I don't care, Nathan. Whichever stat's better.
Athletics. Okay.
I've never liked the debate between acrobatics and athletics.
after doing as much research as I have, athletics is for your jumping, and acrobatics is your ability to stay on your feet.
21.
Okay. Okay, so you're currently like halfway up in the golem. What, you're just going to throw a box of cookies in?
Yeah, I'm gonna like grenade lob them. Like I'm gonna bite the tab with my teeth and then chuck it up like a grenade.
All right. Well, this newfound information, when you do that, it successfully goes in. Use acrobatics to see if you can land on your feet. I think that was the right one.
Okay, hold on.
Correct.
Yeah, no, that would be acrobatics. You're right.
It's so dumb.
21. Wait. No, 15. 15.
Good
Oof.
enough. Stay on your feet. You stumble a little bit, but you barrel roll through it.
Oh yeah. Do a barrel roll.
Just in time to stand back up as the explosion goes off.
Oh,
And you guys didn't want to bring C&J. Oh my god.
You're the first one that successfully put an entire box of cookies in.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Outstanding. Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
It's Amy's turn.
Oh my.
If I'm not mistaken, you guys have you're last in the thing, Giblets.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, you had 5 boxes to begin with. You used 1 on the small guys. Clay used 1 because he missed half of it. Victoria didn't use any, and then you just used 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. So Amy is going to, first off, you heal 10 HP, Northman, because you're next to Amy on her turn in the beginning.
Well, okay.
So,
I can't do that right now, but I will later.
well, I got your HP.
Thank
I'm
you.
just let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Amy has the goat PG, and she is going to pull the actual goat rocket out of it, attach a different little rocket, and then attach a box of cookies on the side of that.
Oh my gosh.
Just watch her intensely reloading this box of cookies on this improvised
Oh my
explosives.
goodness.
Oh,
All right.
man.
She makes a shot. So roll. So you're down to 1 box of cookies, by the way.
Okay. God, how much health does this thing have?
Yeah.
A lot. 27. That's 22. That works.
No, I messed that up.
It's supposed to be 20.
Yeah.
You go slap a 0 on that. Never mind. Do that. That one's good.
And then another 2d20 on top of those are shit rolls. 243. All right, it had 120 HP left. It's dead.
Heck yeah.
Oh, there's Amy GTA 5 style barrel rolls an RPG in her hand after reloading.
I didn't even get to do anything, but I guess it's kind of a saving grace because I don't have to show my cards yet. Damn.
And lands a shot directly in its mouth. The golem kind of like bites down a little bit, and that's all the cookies needed for a trigger. As the entire golem just erupts and explodes. And then Amy puts on her little cap and sunglasses and walks away. Her back to the explosion.
Heck yeah.
Hikari at this point is just looking in disbelief and shock. Like, we just did this.
I'm gonna high five Rex.
This is the thing that just happened. By Jove, I think I have finally cracked.
We can't trust C&J. They're bad people. They bake cookies.
Rex offers the party one cookie each if they want to eat it.
No thanks.
I'll eat it. They're
Am I going
delicious.
to explode since I'm a vampire?
Hey, you could ask.
I
Notice
feel
when
like
you
that's
heal
pretty pregnant
notice when you heal.
information.
You can ask, otherwise you won't know. You heal 5 HP from the cookie.
Cool.
I'm gonna ask if I'll explode since I'm a vampire.
Jay comes up to you, looks at you, looks you over, kind of pulls your top a little bit to look at your cleavage. Says, "Nah, you'll be fine."
I'm gonna eat the cookie.
You're fine. You gain 5 temporary hit points.
Yay.
Deep breath to recollect himself. I'll ask the same as Victoria for this one. I'd rather not be a blood stain on the ground.
It's just 20 damage.
Rex goes over and looks at you, and pulls your waistband and your pants a little bit, and he pats you on the shoulder.
I take the cookie. No response in silence. Takes the cookie.
You get 5 temporary hit points. Oh, goodness. That's no response. All right, where would you guys like to do now? There's not appear to be any more, like, after, there's been a bunch of just IEDs going off in the courtyard, and no one has really given a shit. No one's come outside. No one has investigated.
That's also disappointing.
Then
This would be something you would want to investigate.
that would tell me that she's probably busy in the laboratory.
You know, I agree with Nathan on this one.
She must be doing something important if she's not going to investigate.
All right, so where do you want to go?
Laboratory.
To the
Okay.
lab.
So you go in the laboratory, you see all manner of well, first off, as you go to the side of it, you see a bunch of cells. Most are empty. There's a few different creatures. There's some golems, like the small humanoid you've seen. There's a miniature version of the big golem you've seen. And then you see... I should have already had this pulled up. My bad.
You're good.
You... Oh, that's okay. I messed it up again. I gotta take a screenshot of this if I want them to see it correctly. Okay. Should be coming in the Discord. You see this guy?
What the crap?
Oh, a dapper young gentleman.
Dapper.
It looks very familiar to the party. They can roll history to see if they recognize him.
He looks like he looks like fucking buff Robin Hood. 15. How pissed is literally everyone know more than I do? I'm the freaking wizard.
So the party's like, who is this guy? Northman's never met him, but he has a better idea than most of you.
No,
This is the guy that
Wait,
you
what?
met in
2
I
got
rolled a
24.
24. What are you talking about?
Yeah, 2 got 24.
That's what I'm saying, damn it. Damn it. But Bella, let me finish. But Bella chimes in and says, wait, we know this guy. This is Adam.
Are you sodding kidding me?
She
Do you remember Adam?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is the guy who was always tranced out. If I'm correct, it was Adam, and he had the doll he called Eve.
Yep, he has a doll. Yep,
What,
this is him.
what kind of doll?
Well, like a little wooden marionette doll.
The wooden sex doll.
No, it's not a sex doll.
That's what that in my title it says that.
We're getting to the sex doll part.
Okay, continue.
This is not it. This looks like a children's toy type doll, like an old timey doll.
Yeah, on the strings. Mm-hmm.
You also rescued him from the Demon Kingdom's dungeon, a different dungeon in a different universe, and now you found him here.
Okay.
I have.
We have got to figure this shit out. Someone give me a whiteboard. It's time. Someone give me a whiteboard and a tinfoil hat.
Oh no.
Hello, Adam.
No response. He looks like over your shoulder and says, yeah, I don't know who these people are either.
Are you talking to me? You don't know who?
Nope.
Oh.
It appears to be talking to nothing.
There's only a few cool ones in there, and the rest of them are kind of lame. Not like you. You look like the edgelord. No response?
We're not going to get far
No
by
response.
putting cookies in his mouth.
You want to put a cookie in his mouth?
I don't think we're going to get very far by putting cookies in his mouth.
Never know if you try. We should offer him a cookie.
You do it.
I'm going to offer him a cookie. Would you like a cookie?
He looks at the doll in his hands, and he takes the cookie from you and eats it.
Is it good?
But a second or two afterward, there's a huge explosion. His guts and stomach just kind of swell up with an explosion, a muffled explosion. He opens his mouth, and there's just like some smoke comes out. And he goes back to what he was doing.
Huh. So Adam's a monster.
Okay.
So the third verse, same as the first, break the lock and leave.
So we just keep feeding this guy cookies until he dies.
You're down to 9 cookies.
Listen, that's like 200 damage. Okay, if we're,
Sure.
we're lucky.
Look, this thing, we don't know what exactly he is, but he's not been hostile to us.
You're right.
I
You're
don't see a reason to have him as an issue.
Okay, so what do you suggest?
We do what we usually do. We break the lock. If he helps us, he helps us. If he just leaves, he leaves. That's kind of how it's been going.
How about we use some buzzwords with this guy? Let's just talk in conversation. So Northman's gonna look at Hikari and be like, "So, who's this Lilith character?" Okay, nothing.
The doll.
Yeah.
Says the lady that captured us.
Well, that wasn't very nice, little doll person. What's your name?
Eve.
Eve. Well, hello, Eve. I'm Northman. It's nice to meet you.
I wish I could say the same.
Cunt. Well,
But it seems like anytime we meet anyone, Adam is always in the getting short end of the stick.
what do you mean?
Captured, experimented on.
Well, that's just awful. You know,
Probably had their brain sliced too.
that Lilith person sounds like a bad lady.
Yes.
Yeah, how would you like to help us capture her?
Take her body.
What?
Yeah, that kind of goes against what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, no,
Give.
that's not gonna.
Give. And he holds the doll out and says, "Give to Eve."
Okay, listen, this doll is freaking creepy. I say we burn it with a freaking Molotov.
Let's not.
Yeah, that's not.
Why not?
Hold on.
He's locked in a cage. What's he gonna do?
He's in a cage?
Isn't that what y'all are saying? He's locked up?
Yeah, he's in a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn the doll.
Okay, hold on. Give me a minute.
It's like some Goosebumps type stuff.
Look, why I don't disagree with you on that. I feel like burning it's an even worse idea.
Yeah, I think those
I'm
two
gonna
are
guess-
linked. If I had to take a wild remembrance guess, yeah.
I'm gonna cast Legend Lore on the doll.
What exactly? Gives you the if it has lore.
Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you name isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand, this spell might yield this information: woe to the evildoer whose hand touches the axe, for even the head,
Right,
whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I'm done. I can't English.
So you cast it on there, and you get like an influx of this information. You remember conversations with Sophia and her people about how this is like a recycling center. Yeah, there was an anomaly or two there was one anomaly that happened where a soul created a soul, and you remember back to the inside of Adam and Eve's life is that Adam was abandoned and locked in a cave as a child. And all he's locked down there, not clear what happened to his parents, but it appears they were attempting to protect him when the war was going on many, many, many years ago. And he was locked in the cave to be safe, but you would assume that the parents died and were never able to come back to him. As he slowly starved to death, or starving to death, and losing his mind as a child, the doll is all he had, and it became almost sentient and almost like it had a soul. At the same time, his very soul weakened in the process.
Pretty weird.
That type of soul manipulation was very interesting to Kyle and his people, and also interesting to Sophia and hers. Anyone that knew about his existence was very puzzled by how such an anomaly could happen. And if also going back a long, long, long time ago, one of the first few sessions, Sophia made the comment that you would all be rewarded handsomely if along your missions, if you were able to find anybody of unique or special interest.
Cool.
And he was one of those.
Right.
So, everybody cool with me burning a 9th level slot on him?
What does the 9th level slot do?
I'm going to seal them inside of a magic statue.
Sounds good to me.
Keeps them alive.
So I'm assuming you said this out loud to the group.
No, I'm not saying this out loud at all. This is not something that's going to be communicated out loud. This is a telepathic
Okay,
communication.
well, as you're thinking that, then he puts his hand up on the bar in front of him, and he just phases through the jail cell.
Well, that's not okay.
His attitude
What?
does not change. Nothing changes, but he's now on the other side, outside of the little cell.
What?
So he can come out of that whenever he wants to?
Burn it with
We've been rescuing
fire.
him. I think that's a worse idea because I think that will make him angry.
Exactly.
It's freaking creepy, man. This dog keeps staring at me like staring into my soul.
Look, at the same time, I feel like if we burn it, it'll make things worse.
Well, then just put it in the freaking statue
Again,
and
I
be done.
believe those two are, and besides, they're practically linked.
Not to
He
mention, it
looks-
seems like he didn't have a damage roll. Little metagaming here. I don't think we can kill him.
You ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Oh God!
Yeah, no, we leave well enough alone.
He looks at
Yeah.
Bella and says, "There's also two of you."
Oh, wait.
You mean we have a spare?
No,
When I
he's
start casting the spell now,
I know what he's referencing.
do.
Put
What did you
him
say about the
in.
spell? Was
Put
that a
him in the
question?
statue. Put him in the statue. Do it.
That's
Rewards,
what we're working on.
riches,
Okay.
money, fame, glory, power,
Riches.
deeper, darker,
So,
purpler eyes.
As you're working on this, he steps over to one of the golems in the cage, or a different cage. So, what's the casting for this? Like, I don't even know what spell this is.
Imprisonment. It takes me a minute to cast, and then he has to make a wisdom save.
Okay. And you put him into a statue? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to not assist. I'm going to bless Storm. So he should get plus.
No, I'm not doing anything. He's the one that has to make the save.
Oh, it's not against a check. Okay. It's just. I got you. He just has to save.
So as you're doing that, he walks over to an inanimate golem that's in a cage and starts kind of tinkering with it. Make body for you. So your minute has passed. If you want to go ahead and do that, the wisdom you said.
Yep. Failed.
Feel like
Yeah.
we
So
should
describe it.
agree.
So I do my arcane mumbo jumbo nonsense, and he begins to shrink, and a ruby forms around him, and it just kind of lightly lands on the ground with him inside of it.
So he was holding the doll in one hand when it happened. Does he drop the doll, or is the doll?
I would imagine if their souls are linked in the manner in which was described, that they would be both sealed inside of it.
Well, I didn't know if he would drop the doll and it would be outside the ruby, or if it would be inside the ruby with him, or if you're saying it would get its own ruby.
I would imagine it would be in the ruby with him.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I just wanted to clarify. There's no save to get out of this.
No. Hold on. It has to. No, that's the wrong spell. That spell. It lasts until dispelled.
Damn, you just capture anybody.
I can specify a condition that will cause the spell to end and release the target. But
Okay.
whenever I dispel it, it can only be dispelled by dispel magic of 9th level or higher. Well, 9th level.
Okay. But is he considered incapacitated inside of it, or is he still running around?
He can see out of it.
I guess what I was asking was if he happened to have magic and be really good at magic, could he cast a spell magic from the inside?
I used mindless containment, so light can pass through the gemstone normally, allowing the target to see out and other creatures to see in, but nothing else can pass through. But even by means of teleportation or planar travel, the gemstone can't be cut or broken while the spell remains in effect.
So it didn't
That's-
say. It didn't just
Sounds
say.
like a no.
I don't. I would imagine since he's inside of a rock, he can see out of the rock, but I don't think he can perform verbal or semantic components. Clearly doesn't have material components because he's inside of a little
Okay.
rock.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Okay. You now successfully have a little ruby rock with Adam and Eve inside of it.
I'm gonna mage hand it over to me, and we're gonna put it in a bag.
Make a wisdom save.
Make a what?
You mage hand it. Aw.
What?
I said you mage hand it. You don't touch it.
No.
Aw.
Stupid.
Well, I
Aw.
can't. He's inside that cage, so I just picked him up with a mage hand.
He
It
faced
wasn't
through.
intended.
He faced out. Remember? Face out of
Oh.
it.
No, he went back. I thought he went back in.
He was
Oh,
he was
still
looking
in the
at a
box.
golem. He was looking at a golem. Anyway, he's in a box or a bag or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go on to the main house?
Uh,
How much longer do you have, Nathan?
I don't know. I think I'm getting pretty close to done, but
I would say this combat won't last long, but realistically, it'll be at least a 25-minute combat. This was going to play a little bit different, but there's so many people, it will take at least that long.
do we want to wait till next time?
I say yes because I have to get up early in the morning.
I say yes as well.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Is there any finishing anything out or anything else you nerds would like to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So also, I will say, the entire time, Jade and Rex were very interested in Adam and what you guys were doing.
Okay.
No.
But look up. Next time, Dungeon Ball Z.
Dungeon Ball Z. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Storm and Ratchet, stay on the line. We have prizes to give out. Want to say thank you all for tuning in. Double X Gaming. We will be back with Dungeons and Dragons every Saturday at 11:30, as long as nothing bad happens. If you're interested in Discord, comment down below, and I will give you a code. Would love to have you on my podcast Discord. So put me in there, and I will notify you of anything that changes. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great night.